Commercial inspection at 479-272-4069.
Type of kids to run that where they are really, really big and they're physical and they're strong, not necessarily fast, but in that offense you don't have to be fast. You need to be big, you need to be strong, you need to be physical. You need to win line of scrimmage with your 5 interior guys, and you need to have enough misdirection where defensive guys have a hard time putting their eyes in the right place because they don't see that from week to week. They only see it once a year, and it's hard to adjust to. So, you got those two components with it, and I think the other thing is you get a guy like Gillerin down there, Coach Gillerin, and their staff who's been doing it for a long time, and those kids have grown up in that system and have been doing it for a long time. They get very good at it, just from the standpoint of the ins and outs of when there's a shade on your outside as opposed to your inside, or a head-up guy. We know the steps we're going to take to get on his outside shoulder. And
the folks at Arkansas River Valley Heating and Air want to take a moment not only to thank you for your business, but also the opportunity to work for you and give your family whole house comfort. Every kind word that you put online and personal recommendation to your friends and family is appreciated. Customers like you are not only vital to their business, but vital to making our community as great as it is. From their family to yours, thank you. From Arkansas River Valley Heating and Air.
At Fleet Tire, Point S, the S stands for service, selection, and savings. Fleet Tire knows the importance of the handshake and the significance of a referral. That will never change. At Fleet Tire Point S, you'll still find the same local owners, friendly service, and guarantees on warranties. Fleet Tire Point S consistently offers unparalleled service and quality tires to fit every budget because you, the customer, are always the top priority at Fleet Tire Point S. So come by today and experience the Fleet Tire Point S difference, no stress, with Point S.
When it comes to buying or selling a home, there really is a better way. As soon as you start talking with our team at A Better Way Realty in Russellville, you're going to feel the difference. Imagine if you had a great friend in the real estate industry, someone who genuinely cared about you and your family and was passionate about taking care of you. That is the philosophy of everyone who works here at A Better Way Realty. We want your business because we earn it, period. Discover what experience and heart can do with A Better Way Realty. Find us on Facebook and see the difference. A Better Way Realty. Real estate done a better way.
Shane here with you, and we're speaking with my very good friend, Mr. Nathan George from Joshua's Fine Jewelry in downtown Russellville.
One of the things that we have acquired is a laser engraving machine, whether it's engraving simple engravings or making something out of a block of metal. We're working on inside and outside ring engraving, like the Yeti cups or things like that, glass, wood, guns. Like those are things that we will be able to do in the pretty near future.
Joshua's Fine Jewelry in downtown Russellville.
Welcome back to our Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas High School Game Day Show. Time to check out Rex's Road to the Rock ranking, sponsored by Arkansas Blue.
Welcome back to the Cyclone Football Pregame Show. We caught up with Coach Wheeler and asked him about the offense of West Memphis.
not that we haven't seen, no, they just got really good players doing it. They got a really good quarterback. He just has the ability just to drop that ball in the bucket downfield on a lot of big passes. It's amazing how many times he hits on those guys in stride. And they got kids that can run and go get it. So from that standpoint, it's not any different. We've seen that with PA, with Greenwood. Several teams have got kids that'll go get it. But they just have the ability to do it with 2 or 3 different guys. They have 2 or 3 and they can go get it. So
the fact that they lost their last game, is any conclusions you can draw from that, or was it nothing really to play for? Or what did you think about them losing to Searcy?
I don't know what you draw from. I mean, we lost our last game. We lost our last 2. But I still feel like we're a better football team. So I don't know. Watching them play, it just it didn't seem like they played with the same fire as they did the first couple of games you watch on film. I don't know if that's true or not. It's just what it looks like. But Searcy's not as good a football team as some of the other teams they played. But Searcy has a running back that is special. That dude, he's a lot like Tracy. He's a lot like the kid we got. So, from that standpoint, I think we're similar in a lot of ways with them. They won the football game because they were able to run it, and West Memphis wasn't able to stop them. That set up some good passing games for them. They made some short passes and some medium range passes that quarterback connected and hurt them. But I think the whole thing was set up by the fact that Searcy could run the football. I think that's probably what we're going to need to be able to do if we're going to be successful. Is we got to be able to run the football, and I thought we did that the last 2 games against some really good defenses, which, on film, these guys are not the same defense as Greenwood and Lake Hamilton. So if we can run on those guys and have success, I think there's something to our guys being able to run on these guys and establishing the run, which makes us, I think, very effective.
Having an off week, what did y'all do for the last 2 weeks? Any changes, or did y'all keep everything the same?
No, we changed some stuff, especially a week ago. So we had some guys that were banged up, so it really came at a good time. We had, Caden Rose was banged up, and Ben was banged up, Hallmark, and Gabe Hogue was banged up. I mean, we had a lot of guys that were, it'd have been tough on them to play last Friday. I mean, they probably would have gutted it out just because they're tough kids, but it'd have been really hard on them. So from that standpoint, it really helped us. But as far as getting ready, I think we started preparing for West Memphis. We knew we were going to play them. We started preparing for them last week, which I think gives us an edge. We probably got 3 extra practices in just geared towards them. So I think that helped us. But we'll see if that pays off. But I think it will. I think it'll really help us going into this game Friday.
One thing I need to ask you about off topic is the junior high team. They finished their season, and I know you're a coach that likes to build it from the ground up. And what did you see from the 8th and 9th grade this year?
The junior high, I thought the 8th grade had its moments. I think they're missing a key player or two here and there. From what they had their 7th grade season, they had a couple of guys that didn't play, that played the year before, that were really key players for them. But I still felt like they did some really good things. I think they got some things that they can build on going into 9th grade. But the 9th graders, I thought, that group of kids, I think they were outmatched athletically a lot of times against teams that they play. But Coach Wilson with the change in the offense there the last 6 games, I thought that made a big difference. It gave them a better chance to win, and they went out there and the kids believed in it, and they practiced hard with it, and they got to where they could do the assignments that you ask in that wing tee stuff. And man, I thought they just had a heck of a year. They're 1 win away there at the end from winning the conference, and from where they started being 1-3, I think that says everything. It says volumes about their toughness and their mental toughness and their physicalness, and that gives them a chance maybe to some of them guys to help us next year pretty quick.
One more question. Friday, such a long trip, 3 hours just to get there. What does your schedule look like? Are y'all going to stop and practice and anything like that?
Sure, we try and break it up. I think the more you get guys on and off the bus and get them up and get them moving, get their heart rates up, I think it helps them. So, we'll get them out of class in the morning, come down here. We'll do a little bit down here, and then we'll get on the bus and we'll get off at, I think we're going to Palestine Wheatley, I think is where we're going. We'll do some run-throughs on their fields and actually get our kids out there sweating a little bit and make them run and get them endorphins running and get the blood flowing, and then we'll go again about another 30-40 minutes down the road and then eat and then get on the bus and another 30-40 minutes, get to West Memphis and try and break it up that way. And I think that really helps them just from the standpoint of the mental and physical fatigue.
That's Dave Wheeler. We'll look at the history between these two teams and take a closer look at West Memphis when our pregame show continues.
Do you need your wisdom or other teeth removed? Do you have a toothache? Are you considering dental implants to replace missing teeth or to help anchor a denture? Be sure to see Dr. Forrest Bale for a no out-of-pocket consultation at Lakeside Oral, Facial, and Dental Implant Surgery. Lakeside is contracted with many insurance companies and has multiple financing options to minimize your out-of-pocket costs. Have your oral surgery in a caring, state-of-the-art facility right here in Russellville. Visit their website at lakesideofs.com.
Alathus Realty is proud to support all of our local student athletes. At Alathus Realty, we believe the community comes first, and there's nothing quite like community than cheering on your favorite team from the stands. Alathus Realty is committed to provide our area with gold standard service in every aspect of your real estate transaction. So whether you're loading up to go to the game or settling in for an evening at home, you can rest assured Alathus Realty is taking care of you. Call us today, 479-968-5668. Alathus Realty, we put the real in real estate. Find us on Facebook today.
Welcome back to the Cyclone pregame show. This is the 117th season of Cyclone football, and in all those years, Russell's only 4 times, and all 4 times have been playoff games. 3 of the 4 playoff games have been in West Memphis. The Cyclones hold a 3-1 overall record against the Blue Devils. The first meeting between the two teams came in 1993 when the Cyclones won at West Memphis 17-6. It was the first playoff win in school history. The rematch came in 2000, and it was a forgettable game for Russellville. They lost the game to West Memphis 74-37 in the quarterfinals. It's the only win by the Blue Devils in this series. The Cyclones got revenge 2 years later, winning 42-35 in the state quarterfinals. That was in 2002. The last matchup came in 2016 in the first round. Cyclones won that game at home, 34-7, scoring a special teams touchdown, a defensive touchdown. And Josiah Woodard had a 94 kickoff return for a score. Ryan Talley had a pick 6 and an offensive touchdown in the win. It was Russell's first step to winning a state championship in 2016. It's the only time the two teams met at Russellville. Coming up, we'll preview the game from Blue Devil Stadium in West Memphis. This is the Russellville Cyclone pregame show.
For over 70 years, Old South Restaurant at 1330 East Main Street in Russellville has been faithfully serving the River Valley. Whether it's starting your day with a good old-fashioned breakfast or helping you make it through the workday with a hearty home-styled lunch, and of course serving your family with a dinner that would even make your mama proud. Old South Restaurant on Main Street in Russellville. We're here for you.
We're here for you, so come on by Old South.
River Country KCJC proudly presents Russellville Cyclone Football. Brought to you in part by ABC Children's Academy, changing the world one student at a time. By Arkansas River Valley Heating and Air, putting customers first in the River Valley. By C&D Drugstore, courtesy and service since 1958. By Fleet Tire Point S, no stress with Point S. E&F Roofing, keeping Arkansas covered for 3 generations. Joshua's Fine Jewelry, a customized jewelry experience. Lakeside Oral Surgery, serving the River Valley community since 2011. By Miller Roofing Company, a trusted name in roofing. Mr. Break and Lube, when you need an auto repair shop you can count on. By River Valley Tinting and Glass, your local glass and tinting experts. Rockline, people who make it right. By Treewise Tree Guys, tree work experts in the River Valley. Arkansas Valley Farmers Association, your one-stop shop for farming, gardening, and pet supplies. By Feltner's Athlete's Corner, because you deserve great clothing. First State Bank, putting you first. River Valley Tractor, your River Valley Kubota dealer. Old South Restaurant, we're here for you. Come on by Old South. By Arkansas Tire and Auto Service, more than just tires. Or Auto Mall, come see us under the giant American flag. Centennial Bank, real bankers, real people, real relationships. Ashley Heating and Air, there's only one choice, AshleyAir.com. Alathus Realty, buying or selling your home has never been easier. Call our friends at Alathus Realty. By Liberty Wash, where you've always got options. A Better Way Realty, real estate done a better way. By Off-Road Tire, don't drive a wimpy truck. And by Central Arkansas Surgical Center, whose compassionate care and medical excellence are close to home. Russellville Cyclone Football on River Country KCJC.
Welcome, friends. We're coming to you live from Hamilton Schultz Field in West Memphis, Arkansas, where it's windy, it's cold, but the conditions are perfect for some Cyclone football. I'm Mickey Duval, joined by my media team member Maggie Duval, of course our producer back in Russellville, Stephen Berry. We're coming to you live on FM 102.3 River Country KCJC. We stream the audio on the internet at rivercountrykcjc.com. We also stream the video and audio on our YouTube page. Just go to youtube.com and search for Cyclone Boot. As we continue our pregame show, first round of the playoffs tonight, as Russellville Cyclones are the 5th seed out of the 6A West, and out of the East, the 4th seed is the West Memphis Blue Devils. Weren't sure where we were going to go, but 2 weeks ago we were sure. It was going to look like it's going to be West Memphis, maybe Marion, a return trip to Marion. Turns out to be West Memphis Blue Devils. So this game, at least from both sides, knew was going to happen 2 weeks ago. Russellville had the off week last week. West Memphis hosted Searcy on senior night, lost that game. You heard Coach Wheeler talk about that earlier tonight. We got some little tidbits for you. There might be a few changes on offense for the Cyclones. We've been hearing rumors that may be changing up a little bit of the look. Like the last game in which Russellville lost to Lake Hamilton, we saw a lot of Wildcat package with Ben Hallmark. They've been working on that a little bit more in practice the last couple of weeks. They've been working in the sophomore Luke Jones. Of course, they got D.A. Reed, who's thrown for 11 touchdowns and 1,000 yards. Luke Jones has thrown for a couple touchdowns as a sophomore. We may see all three quarterbacks before it's all said and done. As far as the offense at West Memphis, they can be explosive. They have Keelan Mills, who's thrown for a single-season school record, 21 touchdowns on the season, just 4 interceptions. And they got a fantastic wide receiver, almost a coming-out party against Benton when he caught 16 passes for over 300 yards, 4 touchdowns against Benton. That's just the 9th time that's happened in Arkansas high school sports history that a receiver has caught for that many yards. And I saw the game. Benton tried everything. They threw the kitchen sink at him, and he won. As my buddy, the play-by-play guy for Benton, Jim Garner, said, he got every 50-50 ball. That's something Russell's going to have to contend with. The good thing is it's extremely windy night, so they're going to be going against the wind 2 quarters tonight. Russell's going to have that running game. That turns us to our Cyclone radar tonight, our Cyclone Watch. What's on your radar? It's the running game for Russellville, because when you look at the last game, you heard Coach Wheeler talk about it, West Memphis had problems stopping Searcy's running game. Russellville's got Tracy Daniels. He's just the 8th player in Russellville high school history to rush for 1,000 yards. He's already at 5th all-time. And remember, he didn't start the season as the main featured running back. He's rushed for over 1,000 yards on just 163 carries, 14 touchdowns on the season. And he's been the guy 5 times out of 6 games that he's started at running back. He's rushed for over 100 yards. Of course, he had 271 against Van Buren. Hoping he can repeat that performance, or one of those performances tonight, because as we said, West Memphis had problems stopping Searcy's running game. Searcy won that game last week 40-31. Both teams sending their captains out for the coin toss. We're going to take a break and come back with the opening kickoff. This is Russellville Cyclone football.
ABC Children's Academy is currently enrolling for the 2022 school year. With 14 locations in Pope, Johnson, and Yell County, ABC provides all-day childcare, as well as a variety of enrollment options for families, including Arkansas Better Chance for ages 3 to 5, plus more. Visit abcchildrensacademy.com for more info, and come by their central office on 4th Street in Russellville to apply in person, or call 567-5650. ABC Children's Academy, changing our world one student at a time.
The folks at Arkansas River Valley Heating and Air want to take a moment not only to thank you for your business, but also the opportunity to work for you and give your family whole house comfort. Every kind word that you put online and personal recommendation to your friends and family is appreciated. Customers like you are not only vital to their business, but vital to making our community as great as it is. From their family to yours, thank you. From Arkansas River Valley Heating and Air.
When it comes to buying or selling a home, there really is a better way. As soon as you start talking with our team at A Better Way Realty in Russellville, you're going to feel the difference. Imagine if you had a great friend in the real estate industry, someone who genuinely cared about you and your family and was passionate about taking care of you. That is the philosophy of everyone who works here at A Better Way Realty. We want your business because we earn it, period. Discover what experience and heart can do with A Better Way Realty. Find us on Facebook and see the difference. A Better Way Realty. Real estate done a better way.
A solid roof for your business is key to keeping your employees, products, and valuables dry and clean. If you're experiencing roof leaks that are resulting in damaged equipment, stained ceilings, and walls, then don't let Mother Nature get the best of your business. The folks at E&F Roofing offer free commercial roof inspections, but their experience is priceless for your business, not to lose productivity and extend the life of your roof. So contact E&F Roofing today for a free commercial inspection at 479-272-4069.
Welcome back. We're
KC Darknell, Russellville. You guys play the best country of all. River Country. KCJC.
Now we're back, getting ready for the kickoff. Russellville won the toss. They elected to defer to the second half. West Memphis wants to receive, and so Russellville got to pick. Do they want the wind behind them in the first quarter, the second quarter. They picked the first quarter, so Russell will be kicking in it. It's an extensive win. It's the strongest win we've seen all year. And actually, as West Memphis broke through their post barrier, there's a girl down there that had to chase it all the way past the 35-yard line. And, boy, I hope they're turning off the lights on purpose. Yeah, okay, there's a little – I've seen this I saw a couple years ago when Alabama did it at their home games, and now a lot of people do that. I tell you, there's some of these old stadium lights, you turn them off, you got to wait 15 minutes before it comes back on. But they do a little light show with these stadium lights, and we're about ready for kickoff. Russellville in their road white uniforms with black pants, black helmets. West Memphis, colors are usually blue and a little bit of red. Tonight they're wearing black jerseys, white helmets, white numbers, white pants, and they got a little bit of blue and red mixed in there. Kicking off for the Cyclones will be Eli Stratton. He's all ready to kick off, and West Memphis back. They have two players back deep. The two that Russell will have to contend with. The main one is Jalen Merritt. He's the one that's the main return guy. He's also one of their wide receivers, and we think that they're going to try to angle it to where he can get the football, but Russellville sometimes will kick it away. The other one is Jeremiah Magruder, their star running back, who got used a lot more last week than we thought he might against Searcy. Of course, coming off that Benton game, we thought they were going to throw it again. We'll set up their offense after this kickoff. Eli could kick this one in the end zone if he wants to. He kicks a low-line drive, though, and it's going to be fielded. No, they're going to back off and let it bounce into the end zone. So West Memphis will start at the 20-yard line. Just me tonight. We need to announce this. My color man and father, Aaron Duval, is back in Russellville. He had a close friend pass away and taking care of more important business going to that funeral today. Melvin Jackson, longtime member of the community, a coroner at one time. So hopefully Dad will be back with us next week because we're speaking in faith. We're going to win tonight and get a rematch against Greenwood. Greenwood has a bye this week. They get the winner of this game as the number 1 seed out of the 6A West. Their quarterback is Keelan Mills. It reminds you of Michael Vick because he's number 7 and he's left-handed. And he can tuck it and run. He's got 2 receivers to each side as they start off 1st and 10. Their main wide receiver, Jarrell Shepard, number 1. He's right now, he's a receiver on the far right side. They're going to move Magruder to the tailback behind Keelan Mills, and he'll get the call, and he plows forward for about 6 yards. Looked like we're going to have him stopped for about a yard loss, but kept his feet going, and he'll get to the 26-yard line. Jeremiah Magruder carried 14 times last week for 92 yards. Did have a touchdown against Searcy in that 9-point loss. I tell you, Searcy was motivated too because they had to have that win in order to get in the playoffs. Here on 2nd down and 4, Magruder again, big hole. He's got the first down. Russell was hanging on to a jersey just to slow him up. They do just a little bit, but he's got the first down to the 35-yard line. They get to the 36. So they give him 10 yards on the play. They're going quickly. Magruder again, no. It's going to be Mills keeping himself. Takes a big lick, but after about a 2-yard gain, he'll be brought down right around the 39-yard line. Keelan Mills, the quarterback, 5'10", 190. He's a junior. Gets to the 39 there. 2nd down and 7. Here's the carry by Magruder. Big hole along the right side, and he's hit hard at the 45-yard line. He's going to be stopped shy of the first down.
Gain out to the 45-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd down and short for the Blue Devils.
3rd down and short for the Blue Devils. And here's the carry, Magruder again, and he'll be stopped at midfield, but again keeping the legs churning, finally being brought down there. Tristan Sims on the stop, but that's all they could do there to.
That's enough for a Blue Devil. First down.
We have some clock issues. We'll take care of that here in a second. Sorry, we're trying to get all this squared away. They've got the first down at the 47-yard line. This time Mills going to tuck it and run. He's across the 40. He's inside the 40 to about the 37. That's close to a first down. They're going to mark him short a little bit.
Gain of about 9 on the play, 2nd and short.
Mills, quick count. They're going faster than what we've seen them play, and this is Magruder's going to take it off the right side. Check that. That is Marquise Parker. No, it's number 25, Eric Seitz, who gets the first down. First down for the Blue Devils. at the Cyclone 31, again going quickly. They're keeping it on the ground against the wind, and why wouldn't you? It is a stiff wind. They're going to bounce this one, try to bounce it outside. Magruder going to be stopped. He's going to be dropped for a loss back at the 33-yard line. It'll be second down and long coming. And this is the game plan. They said we're going to go against the wind, then we're going to
loss on the play. Second down and 11.
We're going to keep it on the ground. Under 10 minutes to go. Now the first pass is a screen pass out there in the flat, complete inside the 30. Bounces off a man. He's at the 20, inside the 20 to the 18, 17-yard line. Caught there by Jalen Merritt. Gets down to the 17, first and 10. We have not seen them go this pace. We didn't see it in the Searcy game, but we heard them talking about it out there on the field, that they were going to go quickly. We didn't know if they were trying to throw us off a little bit. They go off tackle here. There's a flag down as he picks up some positive yards. About 4 yards to the 13. We're going to wait on the flag. It's going to be against Russellville. I didn't see what the call was, but they put it down at the 8-yard line. First down and 1. You don't see this too often. Man in motion, but they bring Sykes back, and he's going to be the lead blocker for Mills. He gets inside the 5. He's got the first down to the 3-yard line. This drive going exactly the way the Blue Devils would want it, as they've kept it on the ground and going very quickly here. Here's the carry once again. On first and goal, he'll get down to the 1-yard line.
Mills stopped just short of the goal line. Second
That's
down.
Keelan Mills. Stopped at the 1. He's going to go under center here. They've done this before where they just push behind him, and we're going to see it's very close. Did he get in? The official's coming in. No signal yet. And now they signal touchdown. Well, I always hate that when they run in because you never know what's going on in the middle of the pile. But it's a 1-yard touchdown run for the Blue Devils. And that opening drive, exactly the way they wanted to do it. They go 80 yards on the drive, ends in a touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown run by Keelan Mills. He had 5 carries on that drive for 21 yards. On to try the extra point is number 44, Edgar Giardino. Russell got through but couldn't block it. They missed it wide left anyway, though. And so 6-0 our score. We're going to take a quick break. This is Russellville Cyclone football.
Tire Point S. The S stands for service, selection, and savings. Fleet Tire knows the importance of the handshake and the significance of a referral. That will never change. At Fleet Tire Point S, you'll still find the same local owners, friendly service, and guarantees on warranties. Fleet Tire Point S consistently offers unparalleled service and quality tires to fit every budget, because you, the customer, are always the top priority at Fleet Tire Point S. So come by today and experience the Fleet Tire Point S difference. No stress with Point S.
6-0 our score. Russellville trailing. We'll give you the scoring summary here as West Memphis getting ready to kick off. They go 80 yards in 13 plays in just 3:34. Only one pass on that drive. Mills, a 1-yard touchdown run. And the extra point was no good. $60 yards on the ground. Of course, we had some penalty yards going against Russellville. Ball falls off the tee. 8:26 left to play here in the first quarter, so Giardino is going to line it up again. Blows off 2 times. You have to have somebody sit there and hold it. Makai Foster and Tracy Daniels back deep, but they're going to scoot it along the carpet, and Russell's going to pick it up and fall on it at the 33-yard line. And I don't know if they could get it back that deep anyway, because Russellville, they're 2 guys deep. We're back at the 10-yard line. So Russell's going to take over at the 33-yard line. Just 2 seconds ran off the clock. 8:24 left, and we'll see the Russellville offense for the first time tonight. Everybody's kind of looking to see what changes are going to be made. It could be every other every other play. D.A. Reed's going to be in there at quarterback. Ben Hallmark's going to be the wide receiver. This is one of the formations they've been working on. 3 receivers bunched up to the left side, 1 to the right side. And they're going to move the receivers over to the right side. So now 4 on the right side with the 3 bunched up. They're going to give it off to Tracy Daniels, who's going to sweep around. He's got some room. He's at the 40. He's in midfield. He could go at the 40. He's going to be tackled down inside the 35 as he got out of bounds around the 30-yard line. Tracy Daniels just showing off his speed there, getting all the way down to the 30, a pickup of 37 yards, and Russellville has it. 1st and 10 at the Blue Devil 30-yard line, and Ben Hallmark now going to take over in the Wildcat formation. I should stop saying Wildcat. He was a quarterback in junior high, quarterback last year, so he's going to be in at quarterback. 5 wide receivers, empty set. This could be a quarterback draw here, and he's going to take it right up the gut, lowers his shoulder. He dives inside the 30 to the 27-yard line, a pickup of 3 on the play for Ben Hallmark. 2nd down and 7 coming for Russellville. Daniels taking the first play, going 37 yards. He moves back to running back here as D.A. Reed back in the game at quarterback. We're going to constantly tell you who's in at quarterback because it could be Reed, it could be Hallmark, or it could be number 17, Luke Jones, who we saw some action 2 weeks ago. Reed, play action. He's going to throw. He's got man-on-man coverage over there, throwing for the corner of the end zone's incomplete. Going out there to Caden Rose, and Russellville will take their shots there if they get Caden in man-on-man coverage there. That time, wind probably carried it a little bit, and that's going to be a constant thing that Russellville's going to have to battle with the wind, and then, of course, next quarter going against the wind. Cyclones trailing 6-0 here, 7:23 left to play here in the first quarter. Mark and Harrison along the right side. Warnick Howell, who I've been mispronouncing his name, Warnick Howell is over here on the left side, inside receiver. They're going to give out to Tracy Daniels on 3rd and long. He breaks a tackle there at the line of scrimmage, and he'll dive inside the 25 to the 24. And with a run like that, you know Russell's probably thinking, we're probably going to go for it on 4th down. Let's pick up half of it here. Eli Stratton, the kicker, he's got the leg to make this, but Russellville knows they're going to have to score a lot of points tonight. The Blue Devils are averaging 31 points a game. Russellville looking at 4th down. They're going to go for it. They need the 20-yard line for a 1st down. Hallmark in at quarterback. Tight formation with Daniels to his right. Fakes the pitch, and now flags fly. Killing the play means somebody got in the neutral zone. I hope it's West Memphis because it'll give us a 1st down, but the Blue Devils are clapping, which means we may be looking at 4th down and 9. Dead ball, offsides against West Memphis. We'll take it. We will take that. Save that 4th down play for later. Russell converts a 4th down via the penalty there. So they have it 1st and 10 as they're in the red zone at the 19-yard line. 6:44 left to play here in the first quarter. Russell trailing 6-0. Cyclones' first drive. They're going to keep the same formation with Hallmark in at quarterback. And this time he's going to run around the right side, follow his lead blocker. Flag flies as he gets inside the 15 to the 12. But this is probably coming back. It's thrown in the area holding against Russellville. Now the flag is down at the 18-yard line. So if it's a spot foul, Russellville won't exactly be 1st and 20 here. We'll see where they put it down. They're going to put it back at the 28-yard line. So 1st down and 19. And D.A. Reed back in at quarterback. Russell needs just inside the 10-yard line for a 1st down. He's going to hand off on the sweep to Tracy Daniels, puts his foot in the ground, goes straight up there around the hash marks as he gets inside the 20, back to the original line of scrimmage.
By number 1 for Russell. Tomlinson Williams on the tackle for the Blue Devils.
Tracy Daniels gets to the 20, a pickup of 8 yards there. Just his 2nd carry tonight. He's got 45 yards. 2nd down for the Cyclones. And now here's Daniels with the carry. And he'll get to the 16-yard line. 3rd down and 8.
5 minutes, 33 seconds left to play here in the first quarter. Clock is rolling. Russell trailing 6-0. It's a stiff enough wind where you're trying to play as many plays as you can with the wind at your back. Hard count there. D.A. Reed, check with me. Play clock just at 25. It skips a second every now and then, so you got to watch it. But plenty of time here to change the play. He's got 3 receivers bunched up close to the line on the right side. Caden Rose out here to the left side. He's looking for Kalen. A quick slant. It's incomplete. Tried to get it to him inside the 5-yard line. Just couldn't make the connection, and Russellville has a decision to make here on 4th down. From right here, it would be a 33-yard field goal with the wind at your back, almost down the middle, and that's what at least they're going to line up. Eli Stratton will attempt it with Caden Rose. He's going to put the he's going to be the holder. He's going to put it down at the 24-yard line. Snap is down. The kick is definitely long enough, and it is good. Eli Stratton kicks it through the uprights from 34 yards out. Russellville cuts the Blue Devil lead in half at 6-3 with 4:58 left to play in the first quarter. We'll take a break. This is Russellville Cyclone football.
Shane here with you, and we're speaking with my very good friend, Mr. Nathan George from Joshua's Fine Jewelry in downtown Russellville.
One of the things that we have acquired is a laser engraving machine, whether it's engraving just simple engravings or making something out of a block of metal. We're working on inside and outside ring engraving, like the Yeti cups or things like that, glass, wood, guns. Like those are things that we will be able to do in the pretty near future.
Joshua's Fine Jewelry in downtown Russellville.
Welcome back. The Cyclones go 51 yards in 9 plays. Of course, the first one, the 37-yard run by Tracy Daniels. Don't stick it in the end zone, but Eli Stratton hits it from 34 yards out. Russell trailing 6-3, and that's Eli's longest field goal of the season. His previous long was 31. He'll kick off here. Last time he kicked it low, and it bounced twice before it got through the end zone. Kick this one. This is going to be returnable. It's going to be fielded at the 9-yard line. This is Magruder. He's across the 20, 25, 30. Breaks a tackle there, and he's going to be spun down past the 35 to the 37-yard line.
Past the 35-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 West Memphis.
Russellville trailing the Blue Devils here 6-3. And we'll see if they want to continue to keep it on the ground. They only threw 1 pass on that first drive, and that was a little screen pass, barely across the line of scrimmage. Keelan Mills, hard count. He's the quarterback, wearing number 7. Number 19, Jeremiah Magruder, to his left. And he is going to hand it off to Magruder. Magruder hit just before he got the line of scrimmage. I think they're going to give him the line of scrimmage. I don't know about that, but we'll take the 2nd and 10 there.
No gain on the play. 2nd down.
Again, they're going quickly, just like they did on their first drive. 2nd and 10. Man in motion. They're going to give it to the motion man. And this is Merritt, and Merritt stretches it out the right side, gets just beyond the 40-yard line. They're going to keep the clock moving as Russellville brings him down, pulls him backwards. They're going to give him the 40, so it's a 4-yard pickup there by Jalen Merritt.
Pick up 3 on the play, 3rd down and 7.
He had a couple catches in the Searcy game, did not rush in that game, but he does keep it on the fly sweeps, as we saw there. Eric Sykes now in at running back on 3rd down and 6. For West Memphis, the Blue Devils leading the Cyclones 6-3. We're under 4 minutes to play here in the first quarter. West Memphis averaging 31 points a game. That could be pretty explosive. Back to pass is Mills. He's looking downfield. Nobody open. He's going to tuck it and run. He's got to get to the 48. He stops, a little stop and go. Got him that extra yardage. Looked like Russell was closing in, but he steps out of bounds at midfield, and I think that little juke stop and go is the one that got him the extra yardage. It made Russell stop and think about it. He needed 6. He ended up getting 10, and the Blue Devils at midfield have it 1st down. Mills going to turn quickly and hand this one off to Sykes as he goes straight up the gut. He gets into Cyclone territory at the 44-yard line. We have not seen Eric Sykes much on film this year. But that's already his second carry. On second down and 5, they run off Sykes and back in Magruder. And Magruder will get the call. Started right, trying to bounce it out left. Russell's going to wrestle him down after a 1-yard pickup. Fumble on the play. There's a flag down, too, and Russell could not get to it before it went out of bounds. It went out of bounds right around midfield. And I tell you, we might want to decline this penalty if they're going to get the ball where it went out of bounds, because it ends up being about a 6-yard loss and loss of down. You take that over a 10, 13-yard penalty, and we'll see. Russell, yeah, they're going to decline it here.
Loss on the play.
And they're going to move it all the way back to their 49-yard line. So
third down and 11.
So a loss of 6 on the play, 3rd down and 11. This is not saying they can't pick it up. This is territory you want West Memphis in, especially going into the wind here. Clock has stopped here with 3:04 left to play first quarter. Russellville trails by 3. It's almost certainly a passing situation for Mills unless he scrambles. 2 receivers to each side. Russellville showing blitz. They're going to pick it up. He's going to throw it. Going for Shepard. It's knocked down by Russellville. Caden Rose. A very late flag coming in. A very late flag coming in. Caden Rose was there, and he knocked the ball down, and it was ruled incomplete, and then the late flag coming in. It's down at the 42-yard line. And going to mark this off against Russellville. Defensive pass interference. My goodness. My goodness.
Be a 15-yard penalty.
And Russellville coaches are not happy about that. They thought that Caden got it clean. It looked like, to be honest with you, it looked like both guys were hand fighting there and looked like it was going both ways. This is a 15-yard penalty. Gives them a first down. They were going to have to punt it there on 4th and 11. This big play. And they're going to give it off to Merritt on the fly sweep. He has to almost trips over his own man. His good block set up there, but he gets inside the 30, inside the 25. He's got the first down to the 24-yard line. Big turn of events here, as the penalty gave them the first down, and they've got another first down here to the 23, and going very quickly here. Less than 3 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Russellville trailing 6-3. Mills, with 2 receivers to each side, is going to hand it off. This is Sykes. He's going to keep it and lean forward inside the 20 to the 19. 4-yard pickup there by Sykes. 2nd down and 6. Well, just a tough penalty win against Russellville that prolonged this drive for West Memphis. 3 penalties now on the Cyclones for 30 yards, but that 15-yarder was a killer. Defense got to answer the bell here. Clock rolling, under 2:15 to go here in the first quarter. 2nd down and 6. West Memphis, this is the longest they've taken before they snapped it. Mills, he's going to throw it for the end zone. It's going to be up for grabs, and it is. Is it complete? It is. Touchdown. Dylan Greer on that far side catching it. I'll check that. That was Danny Malone with the catch. Nope, had it right the first time. It was Dylan Greer, who had been their leading wide receiver until the great game by Jarrell Shepard against Benton. And Greer with a 19-yard touchdown reception. And West Memphis leads at 12-3. Mardino's kick is blocked. Russell comes straight up. They almost blocked the first one, and they blocked that one, as that's Reese Colwell blocking it coming straight up the middle. And so we're stuck at 12 here with 2 missed extra points, 1 block, 1 miss. But 2:02 left. West Memphis leads at 12-3. We'll take a quick break. This is Russellville Cyclone football.
Miller Roofing Company. They've served the River Valley since 1991 with a reputation for superior work and reliability. Now, to keep up with demand, Miller Roofing Company is looking for reliable, experienced individuals to join a team that stood the test of time, serving their community for 31 years and is still going strong. To be a part of the Miller Roofing Company family, call 890-3499 to set up an interview or stop by 318 South Arkansas Avenue.
Russellville trailing here 12-3 with 2:02 left to go here in the first quarter. They'll have the wind at their back for the last 2 minutes, 2 seconds. Chuck Woolery there is what we call that. And they're going to do not really an onside kick, but they're going to squib kick it. And Russellville, Alec Bowles is going to cover it at the 37-yard line. So Russellville, again, good field position. Almost feel like you got to stick this one in the end zone. You don't have to, but you kind of get that feeling.
because West Memphis has 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. That one, they go 64 yards in 8 plays. Keelan Mills hits Dylan Greer for a 19-yard touchdown pass. And Guardino, his extra point is blocked by Reese Colwell. So 12-3 is the score. And Russellville going to start this drive with Luke Jones, a sophomore at quarterback. And he's going to keep it himself and know where to go. He'll lose a yard to the 36-yard line. Russellville looking at 2nd down 11. Luke Jones, 6 of 7 on the year passing. He's played 2 games, 114 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Did get in the game against Lake Hamilton and against Silo Springs. Threw a touchdown in both those games. He's going to stay in at quarterback here at 2nd 11. 2 receivers to each side. Play action, looking right, throwing. It's complete to Hallmark. He's up the middle. He's at the 40. He's going to go. He's at the 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown Cyclones. On the quick slant, Luke Jones to Ben Hallmark, 64 yards for the score. And that's where Ben Hallmark is such a force to be reckoned with. He's faster than a linebacker. He's too big for a defensive back, and he catches it on the move like that. You can't stop it. If you catch him, he's going to drag you for 10 or 15 yards. So just like that, Russellville answers in 2 plays. Stratton on to try the extra point, and this is good. 1:23 left to play in the first quarter. Russellville strikes back. They trail by 2 here at 12-10. We'll take a break. This is Russellville Cyclone football.
Hey, Sharp Dunaway here for my friends over at Mr. Glass in Russellville. Let's face it, having to fix a broken window on your daily driver absolutely sucks. Mr. Glass works with your insurance company to make that process suck way less with fast and friendly service. They offer complete auto glass replacement, talking about your windshield, doors, back glass. They got you. Go see Shane and Bob at Mr. Glass, 1415 East Main Street in Russellville. Kicking glass and taking names for over 30 years. That's Mr. Glass.
Russell's drive, get this, goes 63 yards, but the touchdown pass was 64 because of the lost yards on the first play. They go 63 yards in 2 plays. Luke Jones hits Ben Hallmark for a 64-yard touchdown pass. Stratton added the extra point. Just 2 plays, took 39 seconds is all it took. So Russellville still going to get to kick off with the wind at their back. That's the 3rd touchdown pass of the season for Luke Jones. And the 3rd touchdown reception on the season by Ben Hallmark, his 13th catch on the year. That's his longest of the year there at 64 yards. His previous was 49. Stratton going to kick this one. He's going to kick this one short, and it's going to hit at the 11, take a Cyclone roll, and boy, it rolls in the end zone. It rolled a few times until it crosses that to-go line. It's a free ball, and boy, if that could have stopped at the 1, that'd been fantastic. Even if we wouldn't have covered it, they would have pretty bad field position, but they're going to get at the 20. 12-10. Well, both teams have 2 offensive possessions, and they've scored. So the defense hasn't shown up for either team, really. Russell's got a field goal and a touchdown and an extra point. West Memphis has 2 touchdowns and a missed extra point and a blocked extra point. 1:23, that's how long they have to go into the wind, and then they're going to have the wind at their back. It'll be interesting to see if they change their play calling, but they did throw that touchdown pass into the wind. Keelan Mills, it's his 22nd touchdown pass of the season. Hard count, doesn't get Russellville to jump. 8 seconds on the play clock. He's going to give it off to Magruder straight up the middle, and Russellville's had problems stopping the running game there as he gets 10 yards to the 30-yard line.
Game down to the 29-yard line. It'll be 2nd down.
This is what we saw him play against Searcy. They kept the ball on the ground a lot more than they had the previous game. And Magruder, it's on 2nd down and 1. He does get the first down this time. They had marked him shy of the 30 there. He gets to the 31, so a couple yards there as Magruder gets the first down for the Blue Devils. We're in the final minute of the first quarter. And now West Memphis starting to take their time a little bit. We probably know, hey, if we're just going to milk the clock a little bit here, we're going to get the win at our back during this drive. 2 receivers to each side. They probably don't want to score here because they'd rather kick with the win at their back if they do score. Man in motion is Jarrell Shepard. He hadn't touched the ball yet. He's about to touch the ball there, but they're going to kill the play. As West Memphis moved, or did Russellville move? Again, killing the play means somebody got in the neutral zone. You can't get back if you're defense. It's going to be a false start against the Blue Devils, just their 2nd penalty. Both of them been for 5 yards. This one moves him back to the 26-yard line.
Called against the Blue Devils.
First down and 15.
First down.
The clock will start because the clock was moving before that play. So we're nearing the 30-second mark. 2 receivers at each side for the Blue Devils. Magruder is going to move to Mills's left here on first down and 15. Screen pass and complete there out of the backfield, or not out of the backfield, but over in the flat there. It's complete and gets to the 30-yard line. That's Jalen Merritt.
Pass is complete.
And that'll pick up, they're going to give him the 31, so they're going to get their 5 yards back, second down at 10. They don't have to snap it again. There's 3 seconds on the play clock, and that's a break. After 1 quarter play here in West Memphis, the Blue Devils leading the Cyclones 12-10 in the first round of the Class 6A state playoffs. This is Russell Cyclone football.
Why trust River Valley Tinting and Glass? Well, River Valley Tinting and Glass is a family-owned business, and they take care of their customers like family too. So remember, your local auto, residential, and commercial glass and tinting company, River Valley Tinting and Glass. Check out their work on Facebook or call 890-5839 to get an estimate. Or you could always come by 2202 East 2nd Street to see all they can do for you. From a business you can trust, River Valley Tinting and Glass.
Hi, I'm Aaron.
I'm Scott.
And I'm Corey, and we're the TreeWise Tree Guys. Tree work experts based in Russellville, Arkansas. If you have a problem tree that you'd like removed, trimmed, or otherwise dealt with, we're the guys to call. If you're looking for the best, look no further. We're the highest rated in the area. 5-star rating on Google. Give Jalen a call today, 479-222-0793. That's 479-222-0793. TreeWise Tree Guys.
Welcome back, 12-10 our score. Russellville trailing after the first quarter play. And the big play of the first quarter, to me, is that fumble when it went out of bounds and Russell was able to get over there for the scoop there that would stop West Memphis. They overcame that play. We'll give you the first quarter stats if we get a chance, but we're at action right now, 2nd and 10 for the Blue Devils at their own 31-yard line. They're going to bring a man in motion. That's Marquise Parker, and here's Keelan Mills going to keep it around the left side as he gets past the 40-yard line, very close to a first down. We're going to wait and see where they spot it. I think he's probably about a yard short, and maybe about a half yard short. No, they're going to say first down there. So 10 yards on the pickup. In that first quarter, 140 total yards for the Blue Devils, 119 for the Cyclones. Of course, Russellville got 10 points as they got the field goal on the first drive, a touchdown on the second drive. West Memphis, 2 touchdowns on both their drives. And 2 missed extra points. 1 blocked, 1 missed. Man in motion again, that's Parker, but as he moves to the right, they're going to carry it left. Mills again. This time he cuts it back up towards the middle a little bit. He gets across the 45 to the 46-yard line. Pick up a 5 on the play. And Keelan Mills has 8 carries for 46 yards. He only rushed 12 times last week, but he rushed 12 times for 116 yards and a touchdown against Searcy. He's 8 for 46 tonight and a touchdown. He's going to keep it again here as he waves his way to the middle. He's going to be stopped after about a 2 or 3 yard gain, so it's going to bring up 3rd down and 2 for the Blue Devils. They're going to give him, they're going to put him at the 48, about the 48 and a half. So officially the 48-yard line. So 3rd and 3 officially, but really 2.5. They need the Cyclone 49-yard line for the first down. And even with the wind at their back here in the second quarter, they've kept the ball on the ground. Again, 2 receivers to each side. They brought Parker, number 40, in motion the previous 2 plays. Let's see what they do here. Let's check with me. 8 seconds on the play clock. Mills back to pass. No, he's just going to tuck it and run. Russell misses him in the backfield. They're able to cut his legs out from underneath him, but not before he gets the first down. Hallmark was diving, trying to get that sack or tackle for a loss. Couldn't quite do it. They do get in Cyclone territory here, picking up the first down. They're going to put it down at the 48. A 4-yard pickup there for Keelan Mills. 2 receivers to each side. Now they've moved Parker, the tight end, out to the right side. Now he may be closer to the line of scrimmage. And Jarrell Shepard, who has not touched the ball yet. They looked like they were going to give it to him on a fly sweep, and it being a procedure penalty. And he's out there alone along the right side, but Mills going to call his own number, trying to bounce out to the right side. He's cut down after a 1-yard gain. That was Darian Thomas there that didn't lose containment on the edge and made him cut back to the middle. Thomas getting out there showing his speed. A 1-yard pickup there, 2nd down and 9 coming for West Memphis. West Memphis taking their time here. Under 9:45 to play in the first half. The Blue Devils leading the Cyclones by 2. And here on the fly sweep is Jalon Merritt. He gets inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. I got to tell you, I'm a little surprised that they have not given the ball to Shepard on that fly sweep. That this is the third carry for Merritt as he gets to the 43 of Russellville. 4-yard pickup. He's got 3 carries for 21 yards. 3rd down and 5 for the Blue Devils. Coming up at halftime, we'll have our Cyclone History segment. Look at this. Keelan Mills is, okay, I thought maybe they're doing a trick play. No, it's something on the turf that he went over and picked up behind the tight end. Hard count. They got Russellville to jump. Did they get in the neutral zone? They did. Flags coming in, and Russellville's going to give them a first down on a penalty here. Unless it was, no, they're going to say it was a false start. All right, we were drawn offside. You know, Marquez Parker jumped, but I wasn't sure if he jumped. So the penalty's going against West Memphis. It'll bring up 3rd down and 10. And I should have thought about that because the second flag came in from the man with a white hat, and he's usually watching the offensive line there. He could not have seen us jump into the neutral zone. So 3rd down and long for West Memphis. 2 receivers. Russellville showing blitz. They back off. We'll see if they come on delay. It looks like it's Hogue over there. 4 seconds on the play clock. Mills is going to throw, complete a screen pass. That was dangerous. He's cut down Merritt after about a 2-yard gain. And, boy, Russell almost knocked that away anyway. They get to the Cyclone 45-yard line, but now they've got a decision to make. Are they going to go for it on 4th down? Keelan Mills can punt the football, and it's been interesting. Sometimes he kicks it very well. He's got a 50-yarder against Searcy. He also kicked it into the back of his up man against Benton. And Russellville's expecting a punt. They got Mekhi Foster back deep. Okay, Mills, he's about 10 yards behind the line. High snap, and he is going to kick this one away. It's high, and Foster, he's going to run away from it. Let it hit at the 15. It's going to roll, keep rolling. Oh, no, it's not going to be fast enough. They're going to down it at the 2-yard line. So pretty good punt there by Mills. And bad news is Russellville's got a long way to go. The good news is the defense stopped them. So a 44-yard punt with no return. Russellville stopped them, but they're going to have the ball at their own 2-yard line here. They're trailing by 2, 12-10, with 7:40 left to play in the first half. Well, let's don't bring up what happened against Lake Hamilton in the second quarter when Russell was in this position. But I bet we don't see a deep handoff here. And now we have what? Timeout? Timeout Russellville. Cyclones call a timeout here, so we'll take a quick break. Russellville trailing 12-10. This is Russellville Cyclone football.
Farmers Co-op, where we're finding out about fall pastures, haying equipment, baling twine. Mike Apple's along with us. Mike, when it comes to those fall pastures, you've got a lot going on here.
Getting a lot of our seed in for the winter. Got a pretty good lineup now. Fertilizer's come down a little bit. It rained, so, hey, we're optimistic and we're ready to go.
Farmers Co-op, East Main in Russellville. Don't forget their Danville location.
Welcome back. The Cyclones calling timeout here. They have the ball at their own 2-yard line, and I don't need to say it because I'm newsworthy, I should say this. Russell's in this position against Lake Hamilton in the second quarter. Almost exact same situation if the ball was more towards the middle of the field. They end up having a safety because they hand the ball off 2 yards deep in their own end. And Russellville calling timeout. I don't know if they didn't like the play call that they had or the defensive alignment, but they're here looking here, and it is going to be a Tracy Daniels out of the Wildcat, and he's past the line of scrimmage. He's past the line of scrimmage. He gets near the 10-yard line, and celebrating that because I'm sitting there thinking safety. That was an awful second quarter, and that turned the tide of that game, and we're not going to have a repeat of that. They're going to give him the 8-yard line, say his knee was down there, so Tracy picks up 6 there. That's 5 carries for 58 yards for Mr. Daniels. And let's see if they stay with this formation. He's out of the Wildcat formation. Everybody's creeping up the line of scrimmage. Daniel's going to try it around the carry around left side, but he's going to be hauled down, tackle for a loss back inside the 5. We do have a flag down at the 6-yard line.
For a loss, but there's a flag on the play.
So we'll see what the flag is. He was down at the 3-yard line. It's against Russell because they're asking West Memphis, do you want to decline it since it's a 3-yard loss and loss of down, or make it half the distance? It's going to be holding against Russellville. They're asking Coach Robert Hooks. He's in his 3rd year here at West Memphis. He's 13-19 here at West Memphis. He picked up 49 wins when he was a coach at Osceola, however you want to pronounce it. Took him to semis. And they are going to decline it. That's what I thought they'd probably do. And they're going to move it back to the 3-yard line, so a loss of 5 on the play. It's a tough situation here because you figure it's a passing situation, and nope, they're going to give it off to Tracy Daniels running around the right side. He's got some room. He's at the 10, 15. He's got the first down. He's down the sideline. 20, 25. Takes a big lick, but he's down and pops right back up as he gets near the 30-yard line. Tell you what, I like the call. I mean, you're not giving up there on 3rd down and 9. What you're thinking is they think we're going to pass, but we'd be throwing into the wind. This may be our best chance. Give it to Tracy. He gets 26 yards and a first down. And Russellville's on the move here as they have the ball at the 29-yard line. Nearing 6:45 left to play here in the first half. Russellville trailing by 2. And Luke Jones down at quarterback. He's going to turn and hand it off. And bouncing it outside to Mekhi Foster. He's at the 40, 45, and taken out of bounds. And they're going to mark him at the 46.5-yard line of Russellville. That's Mekhi's first carry.
That's enough for a first down, 1st and 10, Russellville.
Pickup of 8 yards on the play. And again, I have to keep calling the quarterback, especially on that, because Tracy Daniels was the quarterback on the first 2 plays. It is going to be Luke Jones here who threw that touchdown pass on the quick slant to Ben Hallmark. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, and it's going to be Mekhi Foster. This is straight up the gut. Runs into the pile, runs out of the pile, and taken down, but not before he gets into West Memphis territory at the 47-yard line. Mekhi now, back-to-back carries for a total of 24 yards. A lot of change of personnel. When D.A. Reed's not in there at quarterback, he could be just like Ben Hallmark. He'll be in there at wide receiver at times. So, again, Russellville already using 3 quarterbacks here in just this first half. Nearing 6 minutes to go in the first half. Russellville looking at 2nd down and 4. High snap, but Hallmark able to haul it in, trying the left side. He's got the first down. Cannot slip that tackle around the 40-yard line. He's brought down there, but he's got enough for the first down for Russellville. Russellville on the move, doing kind of what West Memphis did to us in the first quarter. Into this win, just keeping it on the ground. Russellville's got gains of 6, 26, 18, 6, and 8 yards here. They have it 1st and 10 at the Blue Devil 39-yard line. Cyclones trailing 12-10. First round of the playoffs here. At West Memphis, the 4 seed out of the 6A East. Russell, the 5 seed out of the 6A West. Empty backfield for Hallmark. And now we have flags coming in. And 2 officials going to talk about it. One motion towards West Memphis. The other one may have a different call. They're going to talk about it and make sure. Dead ball off sides against West Memphis. I wondered if one had it against West Memphis and one had it against Russellville, and they needed to talk about that. West Memphis, all 5-yard penalties. They got 4 for 20 yards. But this will give Russellville 1st and 5 at the Blue Devil 34-yard line with 5:30 left to play in the first half, trailing by 2. Hallmark empty backfield. He's going to carry it straight up the middle. He'll pick up a couple yards. You could see Marquise Parker there, the defensive end, trying to rip the ball out. But Hallmark holding on to it. He'll get to the 33, I think, is going to put him down. So a gain of 1. Good thing about that 5-yard penalty is you only pick up 1 yard on first down. It feels like 6. Ball at the 33-yard line, 2nd down and 4 for the Cyclones. And now Luke Jones back in at quarterback with Tracy Daniels offset a little bit to his left. He's going to turn and give it off to Tracy, bouncing it out the right side. He'll pick up a yard. Takes a big lick there by the Eric Sykes, the outside linebacker, coming in. Bring up 3rd down for the Cyclones.
Parker and others on the tackle.
Officially no gain for Tracy. 3rd and 4 coming. Russellville needs the 29-yard line of West Memphis. Under 4.5 to go here in the first half. Cyclones trailing 12-10. Cyclone defense came up with a stop. Stop West Memphis, forced them to punt. This drive for Russellville started at their own 2-yard line. 8 plays and 65 yards later, they've got it 3rd and 4 from the 33-yard line of the Blue Devils. Jones, play action, thrown, complete to the far side to Caden Rose. He's got the first down as he carries a tackler to the 25-yard line. They had him stopped pretty close to the sticks. But Rose, as strong as he is, able to make that first down, keep the drive going. They'll put him down right at the 25. That's his first catch tonight. He's been targeted 2 other times, but this one goes 1 catch for 8 yards. And Russellville has it 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line of the Blue Devils. And here's this bunch formation where they shift them over. They've been working on that a lot this week. High snap, Jones going to turn, and he'll hand it off to Tracy Daniels, running right side. He's inside the 20, breaks a tackle there, breaks another tackle at the 15. He'll get inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. A first down for Russellville as they have it 1st and goal. Tracy now 95 yards on 9 carries here in this first half. He's got 5 games this year where he's over 100 yards rushing, 2 games over 200 yards. But this one's coming back.
The Cyclones, it'll back up 10 yards. It remains first down.
Remains first down. He'll get some yardage out of it, but we'll have to wait and see where they spot the football. They can put it down at the 33-yard line, so officially he'll get 2 yards on that pickup. Daniel's going to get the call running left side this time. Nothing there. He's going to be tackled right at the line of scrimmage. They'll give him a yard to the 32.
Left side, short gain on the play, 2nd and long.
2nd down and 17. Russellville needs 15 yards for the first down. And again, you hate to get the ball up throwing it high into this wind. Got to keep mentioning that because I know you can't see the flags, but Russell may have to go to the air here. Play action, throwing on the slant, it's low, incomplete. And you know, Jones was pressured, but you know he's thinking got to keep the ball low. He was trying to go to Hallmark there on the quick slant, very similar to the play that scored the touchdown on. But now you're looking at 3rd down and 17. I don't think you try a field goal in this win, so maybe you're thinking 4-down territory. If you're thinking that, you're thinking maybe something to get about 10 yards here. You don't have to get it all at once. Bring a man in motion. That's Howell. 1 receiver to the left. They're going to roll the pocket to the right. Jones looking. He's going to throw. It's going to be complete. What a catch! What a catch! Ben Hallmark with one hand hauling that down. That's something you see on SportsCenter. He grabs it. He's tackled. He's knocked down at the 24-yard line. Caught that one-handed.
That game brings up 4th down.
And that brings up 4th down, but it's 8 yards. Russellville got half of it there. They're looking at 4th down and 9. Wow. What a catch by Ben Hallmark. I know he's got the 64-yard touchdown reception, but that was impressive. And that one just goes for 8 yards. Russ going to milk the clock all the way down. I think they're going to call timeout here, and yet that's what they're going to do. With under 2 minutes to go, they're going to call timeout here. So we're about to close. Russellville look down to 9, trailing 12-10. We'll take a break. This is Russellville Cyclone football.
Fellner's Athletes Corner, your high-performance athletic store for quality athletic footwear and apparel, features Nike, Under Armour, the North Face, Patagonia, Oakley, Saucony, New Balance, Brooks, Asics, Kabuki, and many, many more. Fellner's invites you to make them your first stop. With more than 50 years combined experience, the familiar faces at Fellner's can help you with all your athletic needs. Fellner's Athletes Corner, 2320 West Main, Russellville, open 9:30 until 6 Monday through Saturday.
Welcome back. Well, here's a situation. Russellville using their They're on a drive that started at their own 2-yard line. They've gone 74 yards in 13 plays. Looking here at 4th down. And Russellville technically has converted 1 4th down because of a penalty, but they're going to try to go for this one. They're looking at 4th down and 9 from the West Memphis 24-yard line here with 1:56 left to play in the first half, trailing 12-10.
4th down and 9.
Going into the wind here, so that's why they're not trying the field goal. It'd be about a 41-yarder. Luke Jones in at quarterback. They're going to shift it for Caden Rose, the lone receiver out the left side. Tracy Daniels, play action. They're looking for Caden Rose on the slant. It's going to be incomplete. They're thrown up too high. Caden is asking for pass interference. He's not going to get it. Russell fails on 4th down, and they'll turn the ball over on downs. So Russell, nice little drive that started at their own 2-yard line, where they had to convert some 3rd downs on that. 3rd and 9, 3rd and 4, but they couldn't convert the 3rd and 17, and so they turned the ball over to the Blue Devils. Timeouts, 1:51 left to play in the first half, leading by 2. How about a turnover here? They put the ball on the turf, but it went out of bounds, so no turnovers. But how about a turnover right here? They're going to keep it on the ground. Magruder, and he's got a hole straight up the middle across the 30. He'll be tackled at the 33-yard line, a 9-yard pickup by Magruder. Magruder's got 12 carries for 50 yards, and they're going with their NASCAR package. Going quickly here, 2 receivers to each side. They go Magruder again on the read play. He's got the first down. He takes a lick at the 39, bounces off that. Official goes down, and Magruder finally goes down also at the 42-yard line. Check on that ref. He's up, seems to be okay. They have the ball at the 42-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Blue Devils on the move at their own 42. Under a minute and a half to go. And Mills going to keep it himself. He's following Magruder into the hole. He'll be cut down right at midfield. Russell players slow to get up. Got to get up quickly here because they're going fast.
Gain out past midfield.
Mark him down at the 50, so 8-yard pickup, 2nd, 2. Again, going quickly. Mills back to pass with 1:04 left. He's going to step up on the pocket, going to throw it across the middle. It's going to be complete inside the Cyclone 25, taken down at the 22-yard line. That's Dylan Greer, who has a touchdown reception. Big first down there for West Memphis as they get inside the 25 to the 23, a pickup of 27 yards on that play. 53 seconds left. Going first down, Magruder going to keep this one, and he bounces off a man again at the 21. He'll get to the 20, and the good thing for us is they're to the point where they really can't run it too much because they have to use timeouts, and they use one here. 42 seconds left to play here in the first half. They've driven down to our 21-yard line, 20-yard line. Check that, a 3-yard pickup on that play. We'll take a quick break. Russellville trails 12-10. This is Russellville Cyclone football.
First State Bank is proud to serve our community, a community made of hard-working friends and neighbors, folks who make our community better. You're why we offer personal helpful service and convenient digital tools. You make our town what it is, deeply rooted, community-driven. First State Bank, these are our stomping grounds. Visit fsbmybank.com to learn more. Member FDIC.
Welcome back. 42 seconds left to play here in the first half. West Memphis has driven down to the Cyclone 20-yard line. They have 2 timeouts left, looking at 2nd down and 8. Now, they do have a field goal kicker. He kicked a 26-yarder last week against Searcy, 24-yarder against El Dorado, so they're well within his range here. I guess well within. It'd be a 37-yarder here, but I'm hopefully thinking about that because they've only got 2nd down and 7 here. They've had a lot of success running the football. 156 yards rushing on 31 carries for the Blue Devils, just 68 passing, but they're perfect passing, 5 of 5. See what they do here on 2nd down and 7. Wind at their back, 2 receivers to each side. Sykes the running back, and Keelan Mills will move it over to his right. Maybe a blocking situation. Merritt comes in motion, not a fly sweep here. They're going to throw on the slant. It's in and out of the hands of Dylan Greer. A little bit low on the throw. So that's their first incompletion there. And it'll bring up 3rd down and 7. It stops the clock here with 38 seconds left in the first half. Boy, if we can hold them to a field goal attempt, that's a victory for the defense after that big 27-yard pass play to get near the red zone. 3rd down and 7. Mills, he's going to roll to his left, tuck it and run. And he's going to be dodge a man, stiff arms a man near the 20 and steps out of bounds. That stops the clock with 33 seconds left, but he only picked up about 2 yards. Interesting situation here for the Blue Devils as they'll have it 4th down and 5. They're at the Cyclone 18-yard line, 33 seconds left. Ball's just inside the 18, so 4th down and a short 5. They may try to draw us offsides. Offsides penalty would give them the first down by about a half a yard. They may do that first. They have 2 timeouts, but the clock is stopped at 33 seconds. It'll start on the snap. Same formation as when they ran the sweep with the quarterback here along the left side. Man in motion, and now a timeout called by Russellville. I could see Coach Wheeler inching up to the official over there. He's wanting to see the formation. Russellville's going to use their last timeout here with 33 seconds left to play in the first half. We'll take a break. The Cyclones trail by 2. This is Russellville Cyclone football.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more reliability, durability, and versatility built in, like #1 selling Kubota BX and L Series compact tractors, Z Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Visit your local Kubota dealer for a demo today. In the River Valley, see River Valley Tractor on Weir Road in Russellville.
Welcome back. Coming up at halftime, we'll have scores from around the state. We'll also have our Cyclone History segment that involves Russellville and West Memphis. As we're looking right now, it's 4th down and 5, about 4.5 yards to go for West Memphis. They're at our 18-yard line. Ball just inside the 18. Clock stopped with 33 seconds left. West Memphis leading the Cyclones 12-10. 2 receivers to each side, and they're both in single file formation. Magruder in front of Mills. Mills back to pass. No, he's going to tuck it and run. He's got the first down. A flag flies. He steps out of bounds inside the 10. This is going to be a holding penalty as Zaylen Lewis, the center, absolutely took down Ben Hallmark. He tackled him, and it's got to be. They got the flag at the 15, and it happened beyond that, so that's kind of got me worried a little bit. We're going to wait and see what the penalty is. Let's make sure. I think it's holding. This will be their first non-5-yarder. It is holding against West Memphis.
The call against the Blue Devils, 10 yards. Repeat, 4th down.
And so they're going to mark it off from the 15 to the 25. All right, 3rd down and 12 now. And that killed 7 seconds. It's down to 26 here. Same formation. And a check with me as they got 20 seconds on the play clock, plenty of time. It's 4th down. I said 3rd. It's 4th down and 12. And they're going to let it run all the way down. You can tell they didn't like the formation. They're thinking about it. They're going to let it run all the way down and call timeout. So still 26 seconds left. It's the longest last minute of a first half we've had in a while. 26 seconds left to go in the first half. West Memphis looking at a 4th and 12. We'll take a quick break as the Cyclones trail here 12-10. This is Russellville Cyclone football.
For over 70 years, Old South Restaurant at 1330 East Main Street in Russellville has been faithfully serving the River Valley. Whether it's starting your day with a good old-fashioned breakfast or helping you make it through the workday with a hearty home-styled lunch, and of course serving your family with a dinner that would even make your mama proud. Old South Restaurant on Main Street in Russellville. We're here for you.
We're here for you, so come on by Old South.
Searcy was able to beat West Memphis last week, and they had to do that to get in the playoffs. They beat the Blue Devils 40-31. Just prolonged their season 1 week, it looks like, because they're trailing Lake Hamilton in the second quarter 42-7. Here, the clock is messed up here at the stadium. They've messed up everything. It's almost like it's been reset. So as last we thought, it was 26 seconds left, and now they got it back. 26 seconds left to play in the first half. The Blue Devils leading by 2, and it's 4th down and 12. They look like they're going for it here. 5 wide receivers in the pattern, empty backfield. Mills, he's throwing. It's going to be incomplete. Kircher Herring was there, but he overthrew Jarrell Shepard, and the defense is held. And I think that's the first pass they've thrown to Jarrell Shepard, a man who had over 300 yards receiving against Benton. I think that's their first pass attempt to him, and the defense has held once again. They forced a punt. Last possession here, they hold on 4 downs, and Russellville may be content with just taking this in, down 2. They'll get the ball to start the second half, and D.A. Reed's in. He's going to go under center and just take a knee. And Cyclones feel like they escape here, even though they do trail, but had trouble written all over it until that holding penalty pushed West Memphis back. Russellville trails here 12-10. We're going to wait just to make sure they run off the remaining few seconds of the first half. They do. Both teams are running back to their respective locker rooms, and we've come to the end of the first. We'll take a break. Come back with your halftime show. This is Russellville Cyclone football.
Arkansas Tire and Auto Service. We're more than just tires. Consistent, responsive, honest, and fair. What makes us different? We're the ones who care. Trust our experience to know what you need. Professional and fast, see what we mean. Arkansas Tire and Auto Service. We're more than just tires.
Arkansas Tire and Auto Service, 2304 East Main, Russellville.
This is Todd, Market President with Centennial Bank. We're more than just a financial institution. We pride ourselves on being community-focused and connected.
Hi, I'm Charlie, Business Development Officer with Centennial Bank. As a lifelong resident of the River Valley, I am proud to be part of a team that brings passion, pride, and dedication to our communities.
Supporting our community starts with people like myself and Charlie, who know and love the River Valley area, which is why we're always banking with you in mind. Centennial Bank is proud to support the place we call home. NMLS number 564245, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Olathe Realty is proud to support all of our local student athletes. At Olathe Realty, we believe the community comes first, and there's nothing quite like community than cheering on your favorite team from the stands. Olathe Realty is committed to provide our area with gold standard service in every aspect of your real estate transaction. So whether you're loading up to go to the game or settling in for an evening at home, you can rest assured Olathe Realty is taking care of you. Call us today at 479-968-5668. Olathe Realty, we put the real in real estate. Find us on Facebook today.
The heater broke down, I had to act fast. Wiggled some wires, I broke the thermostat. My wife got cold and nose started to freeze. She said, hey man, got a call, AshleyAir.com. When your heater breaks down, they're the one you want. AshleyAir.com. They're fast and they're good and they got it going on. Technician showed up the very same day. Got it fixed right and fast, he was on his way. Next time your heater breaks, you know who to call. There's only one choice, AshleyAir.com.
Welcome back. We're here at halftime. The Cyclones trailing by a score of 12-10. We're going to give you the stats here in just a moment. We do want to tell you that if you go check it out yourself and see a little bit more detail than what we give you. But right now we will tell you that it's 229 yards of offense for the Blue Devils, 197 for the Cyclones. The Blue Devils have done a lot more running. Not that they couldn't run, okay, but they've done a lot more running than what we thought. I mean, quarterback coming in here that's thrown for over 2,200 yards and 21 touchdowns. You think they're going to sling the ball around. But I don't know, maybe because of what they thought they could do against Russell, maybe because of the wind, they've kept the ball on the ground. They have 161 yards rushing on 33 carries. They are 5 of 7 throwing the football for 68 yards. The last 2 were the ones that were incomplete, and those were big for the Cyclone defense. For Russellville, they've been a little bit more balanced. 80 yards passing, 117 yards rushing. The rushings happen on 18 carries. Russellville 3 of 7, and they've done a little bit by committee on passing because D.A. Reed's throwing a couple. He's 0 of 2. Luke Jones 3 of 5 for 80 yards. Of course, that big touchdown pass to Ben Hallmark, 64 yards. It's great when you can throw that little quick slant for under 10 yards, and you got a big guy rumbling down the middle like Ben Hallmark, who's he's getting recruited. I know Louisiana Tech's he's interested in that. UCA also. I heard he was kind of leaning towards the Louisiana Tech. So we'll see about that. But there's a reason why, because he can play defense, offense. He's also Russellville's punter. But as we go back, everything else pretty even. Nobody turned the ball over. The Blue Devils did have a fumble, and that was on a key drive. They fumbled it, they recovered it, and then, of course, the pass interference that we don't know if that was a good call or bad call. I've been told both ways. But that was the big drive at the time that the Blue Devils scored, made it 12-3. Russellville did answer, and then the defenses took over. Both teams, Russellville's defense stopping, in fact, the Blue Devils to punt once, and, of course, on the 4 downs, and the Blue Devil defense is stopping Russellville on 4 downs. Russell's going to get the ball to start the second half. We're about 16 and a half minutes away from that. We're going to take a break. We come back, we'll have our Cyclone History segment. Don't want to miss this because it involves the first time that Russell played at West Memphis. That coming up along with scores during your halftime show. The Cyclones trailing West Memphis 12-10 here at the half. This is Russellville Cyclone football.
Taking care of families. That's what the folks at C&D Drugstore have been doing in historic downtown Russellville for more than 6 decades when it comes to all your pharmaceutical needs. When it comes to compounding special medicines, R.D. Walker and his staff are there to serve you. And most importantly, if you need delivery, if you need curbside pickup, you need C&D Drugstore on the corner of B and Commerce in downtown Russellville, a 60-year tradition.
Heinzman & Son Incorporated reminds you when you need new tires or auto repairs, Heinzman & Son has a well-trained staff to treat you like family, and their goal is always on customer service. It's the foundation of their business, which is why so many people in the River Valley call Heinzman & Son their tire shop. Find Heinzman & Son on Facebook, check out their reviews, and call 880-1222 to make an appointment today. Heinzman & Son, serving the River Valley for over 30 years and counting.
At Liberty Car Wash in Russellville, you have options. You can wash your car yourself or drive through one of the automatic car washes. Liberty Car Wash also gives you the option of washing your fur baby. Why make a mess in your home and risk clogging your drains when you can wash Max at Liberty Car Wash? Visit Liberty Car Wash today on Knoxville Avenue and South Arkansas Avenue in Russellville, where you always have options.
Pico Food says good luck to all the players, coaches, cheerleaders, and marching bands taking the field tonight. Under the lights, it's not about who's in your path, it's about who's in your huddle. And Pico Foods is a proud teammate and supporter of local communities and the state's agricultural producers. Learn more about Pico Foods' mission to support producers in Arkansas and Missouri by calling David Durham or James Chester, 870-202-7101. In Alabama and Mississippi, call Craig Bird or John Taylor Hickman, 601-670-9383.
Welcome back. We're at the half. The Cyclones trailing the Blue Devils by a score of 12-10. Well, this week my wife made fun of me on Facebook, went to Facebook and was making fun of me for researching with the microfilm. I was trying to impress her with all the research that I'm able to do because I can work that microfilm machine at the Arkansas Tech Library. But tell you, that's how you find the great moments in Cyclone history, and also being able to talk to some of the former Cyclones. And I was excited about this one. It's all, I should have done this next year because it'd be the anniversary, the 20th anniversary. But it's November 12th, so we're going back to November 12th, 1993. Now, in terms of history, the current playoff system that we have right now in high school football started in 1947 when the AAA implemented the letter classification system. Russell's first playoff game was in 1948. They lost to Blytheville 7-0, and the Chickasaws actually went on to win the AA state championship that year. 2 years later, Russell was back in the playoffs, but they got shut out again, this time by Camden, 41-0. Now, after 1950, that was in 1950. After 1950, the playoffs were suspended for 19 years due to disputes among schools on which teams would play home, along with other travel-related issues. Boy, that seems odd for Arkansas high schools to dispute with the AAA. I say that tongue-in-cheek. But while Russellville won the district region championships in 51, in 54, and 69, that was the 4AA and the 3AA, there were no playoffs through 1951 to 1969. The current playoff configuration was back and reactivated in the 1970 season. But Russellville did not play in the playoffs for 22 years. They lost in 92 to Conway in triple overtime, 31-28. That was a Peyton Hillis game, wasn't it? That next season, though, in 1993, Russellville finished 7-2-1 and went to playoffs at West Memphis, the first meeting between these two schools. The Blue Devils that year were second out of the 5A East behind Cabot. It was the first time these two teams met. Very windy night, a lot like tonight, but it was more windy that night, playing havoc with both teams' passing and kicking games. Russellville scored first when Chappelle Mitchell recovered a fumbled punt, returned it 2 yards to the end zone. Russellville led it 7-0. West Memphis scored but failed on the conversion. It was 7-6 after the first quarter. The Cyclones were driving in the second quarter. They faced a 4th down and 8 at the West Memphis 21-yard line. Russell was going against the wind, and even with a good field goal kicker, they thought a 38-yard field goal attempt was just way too tough. So the Cyclones went for it on 4th down. Shane Robinson found Steve Corbin out of the backfield for a 20-yard gain all the way down to the Blue Devil 1-yard line. Robinson scored on the very next play, and Russell led 14-6. Now, Russell wasn't done. They got an interception, but they only had the ball with 12 seconds left. They didn't think there was enough time to score a touchdown, so Russell's Sean Boxnick attempted a 36-yard field goal into the wind with 6 seconds left. He nailed it, and the Cyclones led 17-6 at halftime, and that proved to be the final score. Robinson completed 4 of 6 passes for 63 yards. Again, very windy night. Corbin rushed 24 times for 86 yards. Chappelle Mitchell had 4 carries for 50 yards. Todd Robinson had a couple catches for 37 yards. Linebacker Ronnie Merritt, remember that name, leading tackler in Cyclone history, had 2 interceptions in that game. It was the first ever playoff win in Cyclone history, because remember, Russellville lost a couple the 48-50 season, lost one 92. This was their first victory in the playoffs ever. The Cyclones lost next week to Conway, the city of Roundabout, 7-6. Russell had beaten Conway earlier in that year in a non-conference game, 21-10. But that team that not only won the first playoff game for Russellville, they also collected Russellville's 400th victory in school history earlier that year with a 13-7 win at Lake Hamilton. They had a great year. They beat Springdale in overtime, 20-17. They beat Fayetteville by 2. They shut out Van Buren 24-0 at homecoming. But on November 12th, 1993, 29 years ago, Russellville was picked up their first ever playoff win in school history, beating West Memphis 17-6 on a winning night. How about we get another one here tonight if Russellville come back? They trail here at the half, 12-10 against the Blue Devils. A couple scores to pass along to you. We'll have more to pass along to you, but we wanted to give a couple from our classification. Again, told you that Lake Hamilton was leading Searcy 42-7 in the second quarter. Mountain Home leads Marion. They were up 9-0. It's now halftime, and Marion scored, so it's now 9-6. Mountain Home leading. This could be a shocker. Okay, wait a minute. Little Rock Christian just scored. I'm saying El Dorado was up 10-7. Little Rock Christian has come back. Still second quarter score, 14-10. In that game. That is at Little Rock Christian. And, of course, our game here, Russellville trailing West Memphis 12-10. We're going to take a break, come back with more of your halftime show, give you more scores. We'll also talk about the scoring drives from both teams tonight. This is Russellville Cyclone football.
It's that time of year again to start thinking about reviewing your Medicare plan. Hi, I'm Mike Giroux with Giroux & Associates and Medicare Specialists of Arkansas, reminding you to take the time to allow a local agent to assist you with your Medicare plan review. Choosing the wrong plan can cause you to spend money unnecessarily, cause you to lose valuable benefits, or cause you to have to change the provider you currently use. Don't be fooled by the misleading commercials on TV. Call a local agent to assist you with finding a plan that best meets your needs. I'm your local Medicare specialist. Call me at 479-857-2810.
ABC Children's Academy is currently enrolling for the 2022 school year. With 14 locations in Pope, Johnson, and Yell County, ABC provides all-day childcare, as well as a variety of enrollment options for families, including Arkansas Better Chance for ages 3 to 5, plus more. Visit abcchildrensacademy.com for more info, and come by their central office on 4th Street in Russellville to apply in person, or call 567-5650. ABC Children's Academy, changing our world one student at a time.
The folks at Arkansas River Valley Heating and Air want to take a moment not only to thank you for your business, but also the opportunity to work for you and give your family whole house comfort. Every kind word that you put online and personal recommendation to your friends and family is appreciated. Customers like you are not only vital to their business, but vital to making our community as great as it is. From their family to yours, thank you. From Arkansas River Valley Heating and Air. River Valley Heating and Air.
When it comes to buying or selling a home, there really is a better way. As soon as you start talking with our team at A Better Way Realty in Russellville, you're going to feel the difference. Imagine if you had a great friend in the real estate industry, someone who genuinely cared about you and your family and was passionate about taking care of you. That is the philosophy of everyone who works here at A Better Way Realty. We want your business because we earn it. Period. Discover what experience and heart can do with A Better Way Real Facebook and see the difference. A Better Way Realty. Real estate done a better way.
Welcome back. Cyclones trailing 12-10 at the half. We'll give you the scoring summary of the first half. The Blue Devils took the opening kickoff. They go 80 yards in 13 plays, 12 of those rushing plays. Keelan Mills, the quarterback, carried it in from 1 yard out. They missed the extra point. It was 6-0. That drive ate up the first 3:34 of the game. Russell answered, but with a field goal, they were able to go 51 yards in 9 plays. A 34-yard field goal was good by Eli Stratton, his longest of the season. And he's actually perfect 4 of 4 on the season, but that was his longest attempt of the year. And Russellville cut the lead in half, trailed 6-3 with 4:58 left to play in the first quarter. Still in the first quarter, the very 64 yards in 8 plays. Mills again, this time he did it with his arm. He threw a 19-yard touchdown pass to Dylan Greer. The extra point was blocked by Russellville's Reese Colwell with 2:02 left to play in the first quarter. It was a 12-3 lead for the Blue Devils. Russellville didn't waste any time. They got the ball back. They go 63 yards in 2 plays. A 64-yard touchdown pass from Luke Jones to Ben Hallmark. Stratton added the extra point. Just took 39 seconds. 1:23 left to play in the first quarter. Russellville answered, and they trailed by 2. Nobody scoring in the second quarter. Drives ended because of punts, because of turnover on downs. And that's where we ended the first half. We'll break it down officially for you individually. Luke Jones, 3 of 5 for 80 yards and a touchdown. D.A. Rito of 2 for passing the football. Ben Hallmark has 2 catches for 72 yards and a touchdown. Caden Rose, the only other catch, that went for 8 yards. Running the football, Tracy Daniels, 10 carries for 82 yards. He was up over 90, but lost some yards on a couple plays, but he does have 82 yards on 10 carries. Ben Hallmark, 4 carries for 13 yards. Mekhi Foster, a couple of carries for 24 yards. For West Memphis, Keelan Mills, 5 of 7. He was perfect until that last drive, but 5 of 7 for 68 yards and a touchdown. He's also got 14 carries for 66 yards. He's their leading rusher. Does have a touchdown on the ground. Jeremiah Magruder, their other running back. Tonight, their other running back, 14 carries for 62 yards. And Jalen Merritt has 3 catches for 22. Dylan Greer, 2 catches for 46. And Jarrell Shepard has thrown 2 once but does not have a catch. And he's the one, 16 catches, 317 against Benton with 4 touchdowns. He was held in check last week against Searcy when they mainly kept the ball on the ground. He's been held in check in this first half as the Blue Devils lead it by 2, 12-10. Nobody's out on the field except for their kicker. Their kicker is trying some extra points into the wind, or a little bit beyond extra point here. The first one he missed bad wide, and the other one, I tell you, Russellville blocked. They almost blocked the first one. They got through there, just didn't get the block. We gave you some scores of our classification, but need to give you some local scores. Malvern leading Pottsville in the second quarter, 21-6. Lamar all over Riverview, 35-0. That's going to be a Mercy Roll game. At the half, Hector trails East Poinsett County by a score of 30-20. Now, the winner of this game gets Greenwood next week. Of course, in the 6A, you got 4 teams that have byes, the top 2 teams in each conference. So Greenwood awaiting the winner of this one. Benton will await the winner of Lake Hamilton and Searcy. That's going to be Lake Hamilton. And so that's the top portion of the bracket. The bottom portion of the bracket, Little Rock Catholic has a bye. They're going to get the winner of Little Rock Christian against El Dorado. And then PA also with a bye. They're getting the winner of Marion and Mountain Home. That Marion Mountain Home game is interesting. As we said, that Mountain Home had opened up a 9-0 lead, but they lead Marion at the half 9-6. El Dorado and Little Rock Christian now at halftime, and the Warriors leading El Dorado 14-10 at halftime, and Lake Hamilton is going to start the third quarter with the Mercy Rule as they lead Searcy by a score of 49-7. We're here at the half. No band going out at the halftime. That's significant because that means when the teams come out, they probably won't add 3 more minutes, although the clock shows less than 3 minutes left before the start of the second half. Russellville won the toss. They elected to defer, so they're going to get the ball here at the second half, and it'll be up to West Memphis. Do they want the win in the third quarter or the fourth quarter? We'll see. We'll see that when we come back, and unless they add more time, when we come back, we'll have the second half kickoff for you. The Cyclones trailing West Memphis by a score of 12-10. This is Russellville Cyclone football.
A solid roof for your business is key to keeping your employees, products, and valuables dry and clean. If you're experiencing roof leaks that are resulting in damaged equipment, stained ceilings, and walls, then don't let Mother Nature get the best of your business. The folks at E&F Roofing offer free commercial roof inspections, but their experience is priceless for your business, not to lose productivity and extend the life of your roof. So contact E&F Roofing today for a free commercial inspection at 479-272-4069.
At Fleet Tire, Point S, the S stands for service, selection, and savings. Fleet Tire knows the importance of the handshake and the significance of a referral. That will never change. At Fleet Tire Point S, you'll still find the same local owners, friendly service, and guarantees on warranties. Fleet Tire Point S consistently offers unparalleled service and quality tires to fit every budget because you, the customer, are always a top priority at Fleet Tire Point S. So come by today and experience the Fleet Tire Point S difference. No stress with Point S.
Shane here with you, and we're speaking with my very good friend, Mr. Nathan George from Joshua's Fine Jewelry in downtown Russellville.
One of the things that we have acquired is a laser engraving machine, whether it's engraving just simple engravings or making something out of a block of metal. We're working on inside and outside ring engraving, like the Yeti cups or things like that, glass, wood, guns. Like those are things that we will be able to do in the pretty near future.
Joshua's Fine Jewelry in downtown.
The more other teeth removed? Do you have a toothache? Are you considering dental implants to replace missing teeth or to help anchor a denture? Be sure to see Dr. Forrest Bale for a no out-of-pocket consultation at Lakeside Oral, Facial, and Dental Implant Surgery. Lakeside is contracted with many insurance companies and has multiple financing options to minimize your out-of-pocket costs. Have your oral surgery in a caring, state-of-the-art facility right here in Russellville. Visit their website at lakesideofs.com.
They're still at halftime, and Russellville coming out onto the field out of their locker room. There's 23 seconds left on the clock. I don't know if they're going to add more time. The official looking up here and change the song. My daughter is thankful because during the break I was sitting here dancing to Cool Mo D, Wild Wild West. That's a blast from the past. I'm going to tell you that the Russellville basketball season, they had the scrimmage here on Thursday night. I say here back at the Russellville, but the season starts next week. In fact, the senior boys will be in action. They're playing in the Clarksville Classic, so they have 3 games this week, all at Clarksville. They'll play Monday at 6 o'clock against Shiloh Christian. On Thursday, they'll play against Greenwood, conference foe. And then on Saturday, a week from tomorrow, Russellville will go to Clarksville and play Clarksville. That'll be a noon tip-off there as a Clarksville Classic. So Clarksville, Russellville, Shiloh Christian, and Greenwood all going to play each other on Monday, Thursday, and Saturday there at the Clarksville Arena. They did add some more time, so we're about 2.5 minutes away from starting this second half. Tell you what, we're going to take one more break. Hope that's okay with you, Stephen Berry, our engineer, and then we'll be back with the second half kickoff. Russellville trailing here 12-10 against West Memphis. One more half to go here in the first round of the 6A state playoffs. This is Russellville Cyclone football.
Miller Roofing Company. They've served the since 1991 with a reputation for superior work and reliability. Now to keep up with demand, Miller Roofing Company is looking for reliable, experienced individuals to join a team that stood the test of time, serving their community for 31 years and is still going strong. To be a part of the Miller Roofing Company family, call 890-3499 to set up an interview or stop by 318 South Arkansas Avenue.
Hey, Sharp Dunaway here for my friends over at Mr. Glass in Russellville. Let's face it, having to fix a broken window on your daily driver absolutely sucks. Mr. Glass works with your insurance company to make that process suck way less with fast and friendly service. They offer complete auto glass replacement, talking about your windshield, doors, back glass. They got you. Go see Shane and Bob at Mr. Glass, 1415 East Main Street in Russellville. Kicking glass and taking names for over 30 years. That's Mr. Glass.
Why trust River Valley Tinting and Glass? Well, River Valley Tinting and Glass is a family-owned business, and they take care of their customers like family too. So remember, your local auto, residential, glass and tinting company, River Valley Tinting and Glass. Check out their work on Facebook or call 890-5839 to get an estimate. Or you could always come by 2202 East 2nd Street to see all they can do for you. From a business you can trust, River Valley Tinting and Glass.
Aaron. I'm Scott. And I'm Corey, and we're the TreeWise Tree Guys. Tree work experts based in Russellville, Arkansas. If you have a problem tree that you'd like removed, trimmed, or otherwise dealt with, we're the guys. Looking for the best, look no further. We're the highest rated in the area. 5-star rating on Google. Give Jalen a call today, 479-222-0793. That's 479-222-0793. TreeWise Tree Guys.
Welcome back. Cyclones trailing here 12-10 as we get ready to start the third quarter of play. Checking out some things, making sure which way Russell's going to go. It looks like Russell's going to get the ball to start the second half. West Memphis is taking the win the quarter. It means Russell will have the wind at their back in the fourth quarter. I'm looking up here. I'll tell you why the silence. I keep saying that to Tracy Daniels is the eighth player ever to rush for 1,000 yards. I think I need to give credit to the other 7, okay, because I haven't mentioned them. Kentrell Scott did it in 2014. In 2008, Kenneth Golden rushed for 1,023 yards. In 2003, Tracy Steiger did it, 1,416. Cecil James in 2000. Todd Thompson did it in 1988. In 1979, it was Richard Peavy and Brad Womack in 1977. Those are the other 7. And as I killed enough time there, we're going to kick off. They're going to have to win their back. They don't kick it deep enough to get in the end zone. It's going to be Tracy Daniels at the 7-yard line. He's across the 30 to the 34. Late flag coming in. In fact, the flag is about 10, 15 yards away from the play. So we're going to wait and see what this call is as Tracy took it over at the 6 and brought it down to the 33, but we'll check the flag. As he's tackled around the 33-yard line, the flag is over near Russellville's bench at the 42-yard line. And it's holding called against the Cyclones. So it's going to be assessed at the end of the run. So the good news is it'll still be 1st and 10. It won't be 1st and 20. We'll see where they spot it from. And see if it was at the end of the run. Well, wait a minute. They're going to give it to us at 30. I'm like, wait, we'll take that. That's like a 3-yard penalty. But they are going to put it back at the 24-yard line. So officially they had given Tracy the 28-yard return. So 1st and 10. Daniel's going to get the carry off the right side. He'll get past the 25 to about the 27. Pickup of 3 on the play as we start the second half. First half at 82 yards rushing. He's got 85 now on 11 carries. 2nd down and 7. Russell going quickly here. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, and now we have a stoppage of play. And the official with the white hat is resetting the clock, the play clock. They started it sooner than when it was ready for play, and now they're going to put it, reset that. So Russell now looking at 2nd 7. That's Hallmark goes in motion to the left side. Tracy going to get the call following that. He's got a big hole here at the 50. He's at the 40, 30, angling toward the left side, the 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown Cyclones. 73 yards on the score. And Russell takes the lead for the first time tonight. 73 yards on the touchdown, and Russell leads it 16-12. On 2nd and 7, and Russell going to try the extra point here, leading by 4. Kicking this one into the wind, the low snap. He squeaked it in there. He did along the left upright. Russellville with their first lead tonight, lead it here 17-12, less than a minute into the third quarter. We'll take a break. This is Russell Cyclone football.
Farmers Co-op, where we're finding out about fall pastures, haying equipment, baling twine. Mike Apple's along with us. Mike, when it comes to those fall pastures, you've got a lot going on here.
Getting a lot of our seed in for the winter. Got a pretty good lineup now. Fertilizer's come down a little bit. It rained, so, hey, we're optimistic and we're ready to go.
Farmers Co-op, East Main in Russellville. Don't forget their Danville location.
Russellville starts the third quarter perfectly on that scoring drive. They go 66 yards in just 2 plays. 73-yard touchdown run by Tracy Daniels. You say, how did they go less yardage? Remember the penalty. The penalty took 10 yards off. He was able to make up 76 yards on a couple of runs. And Russell with their first lead, they lead it here, 17-13. Squib kick bounces over the head of Sykes, and now it's picked up by Dylan Greer, and he runs laterally. Always good when you get the return man running side to side. He's going to be tackled around the 30-yard line. We'll see how West Memphis had made some adjustments and plays from behind here. Again, Russell's first lead. And coming there is Daniels gets the touchdown run. And Tracy, that's his 15th touchdown on the season, his 23rd in his career. And he's just a junior. The Blue Devils take over at their own 30-yard line. They'll bring a man in motion. This is Shepard. Mills, though, going to turn and hand it to Magruder. He's got a little bit of a hole. It closes quickly, and he's able to get to the 34-yard line. Russell then stops him there and pushes back. And see Coach Wheeler on that far sideline. He's not happy. I don't think he's real happy with his defense, giving up 4 yards on first down.
Gain of 5 on the play.
They're averaging 5.1 yards on first down plays, West Memphis is. Shepard, the lone receiver, to the right side here on 2nd down and 6. A cold, windy night here in West Memphis. Magruder going to get the call again. This time he's taken down at the 36-yard line. And it'll be 3rd down coming.
Couple on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 4.
3rd down conversions in this game. In the first half, they were 2 of 4. And 0 of 2 on 4th down conversions. Russell could stop them here. I doubt they would go for it. 2 receivers to each side. They need the 40-yard line. Mills going to carry it himself running left side. He's got the first down, dragging a tackler past the 40 to the 42.
Mills around the left side.
As Colwell able to make the stop, but Mills gets the first down. He is carrying the ball a lot more like a running back than what we saw against Benton. Of course, they threw it a lot more in that game. But against Searcy, he did a little bit more of this. He ran for over 100 yards against Searcy. Just 12 carries in that game. He's got 15 for 72 here. 1st and 10. Russell shifting at the line of scrimmage, trying to draw some movement, trying to get the matchup they like. But just 3 down linemen. And West Memphis changing the play. 7 seconds on the play clock. Magruder going to get the calls. They had 2 running backs in the backfield. Bounces off a tackler. He's at midfield into Cyclone territory. Tripped up inside the 45 to the 41-yard line. Big run there by Magruder. Jeremiah Magruder, they're going to give him inside the 40 to the 39. I thought he'd get stepped out of bounds before that, but 19 yards for number 19. And he's at 87 yards on 17 carries. 1st down. The Blue Devils going quickly, again with 2 running backs. Again, Magruder, this time though he's hit at the line of scrimmage, drives forward for a yard, maybe 2, inside the 40 to the 38-yard line. And they'll give him just the 38, so officially a 1-yard pickup, 2nd down and 9. 3rd time we've seen this with 2 running backs in the backfield with Keelan Mills. A lone wide receiver to the right side is Shepard. Play action pass. Mills, he's going to roll to us. He's tugging this one and running. He's inside the 35 and steps out of bounds, being chased there by Gabe Hogue. I don't know if that was a scramble or design because he didn't look very long before he tucked it and ran. But he is not waiting very long when he does that. He gets to the 34-yard line, 3rd down and 5, a little short 5 here for the Blue Devils. 8:45 left to go. 8:42 left, I should say, as he stepped out of bounds. The clock stopped. Russell leading 17-12 here, and we're in the 3rd quarter. This is the first drive for the Blue Devils. Russell creeping up the line of scrimmage. Here comes a delayed blitz by the safety. Magruder going to take it, run around left side, breaks a tackle there. He's got the first down, breaks another tackle. He's dragging a tackler inside the 25 to the 21. Russell had a hold of his jersey, wouldn't let go, but he got some extra yards because of that. He's got the first down to the 21-yard line. And now he's over 100 yards tonight. Magruder, 19 carries, 101 yards. 8:35 left to play in the third quarter. Russell leading by 5. And Magruder will sit down right now, and in the game replacing him with Silent Young, who had 89 yards on 12 carries last week. But this is going to be number 25, Sykes, bouncing it out left side, and he's inside the 10 to the 9. Another first down for the Blue Devils, and Russell's had a hard time stopping the running game against the West Memphis. 222 yards rushing on 41 carries for these Blue Devils. They're going quickly on first and go. Sykes bounces off a tackler again, gets inside the 5. Big push being aided there as he gets inside the 5 to the 4.
Sykes on the carry. Down inside the 5-yard line.
Sykes, just a sophomore, 5'7", 190. He got 29 yards on 4 carries. Second down and goal here for the Blue Devils. Ball resting just inside the 5-yard line. Yeah, they rushed for 226 yards. It's been their running game tonight. And they're trying to take back the lead from Russellville. Magruder back in. No, this is Silent Young on his first carry, carries it in for the score. Silent Young, his first carry tonight, scores from 5 yards out, and the score is 18-17. The Blue Devils leading, and you wonder if they're going to go for 2 here. They missed an extra point and then had one blocked. Usually you don't chase points till the fourth quarter, but they may be deciding to go for it here just to try to make it a 3-point game. But they're having some issues of who to get on the field, and they're running on a player late. This is Marquez Parker. Play clock's already down to 17. Mills checking back with his coaches. And Shepard's trying to call. He thinks he's got outside leverage. We'll see what they do. They're going to hand it off on the fly sweep and nothing doing. Russell stopped it for a 3-yard loss. Gabe Hogan tried to block him. He fought through the block and tripped him up for a 3-yard loss. 2-point conversion fails, but the Blue Devils do take the lead back. They lead at 18-17 with 7:23 left to play here in the third quarter. We'll take a break. This is Russell Cyclone football.
Fellner's Athletes Corner, your high-performance athletic store for quality athletic footwear and apparel, features Nike, Under Armour, The North Face, Patagonia, Oakley, Saucony, New Balance, Brooks, Asics, Kabu, Keen, and many, many more. Fellner's invites you to make them your first stop. With more than 50 years combined experience, the familiar faces at Fellner's can help you with all your athletic needs. Fellner's Athletes Corner, 2320 West Main, Russellville, open 9:30 until 6 Monday through Saturday.
Well, both teams scoring touchdowns on their first offensive possession here in the second half. Blue Devils answer, scoring drive in 10 plays. The 2-point conversion failed. Drive took them 3 minutes and 44 seconds. And they lead the Cyclones now 18-17. They're changing kickers to kick off here. This is going to be Scotty Dobbins, number 45. And I don't think their kicker got hurt, Edgar Godino. I don't see him on the sideline, though. And even with the wind at their back, they have issues with the ball blown off the tee. Blows off a couple times, the officials will make them put somebody there to hold. You don't want to do that if you're the kickoff coverage team because that ties up one of your tacklers. Okay, they're going to scoot this one along the carpet. It's going to bounce up nicely for Alec Bowles at the 28-yard line. He gets to the 30, breaks a tackle there at the 30, gets to the 32. About a 5-yard return there by Bowles. We have a flag on that far side, I believe. Yeah, the ball's resting at the 32. There's a flag at the 31. We'll wait to see what this call is. Personal foul, face mask against West Memphis.
Face mask called against the Blue Devils.
15-yard penalty, so that'll bring us from the 32 to the 47, and that's where Russellville will send their offense out on the field. Great field position for the Cyclones. They trail by a point here with 7:17 left to play in the third quarter, 18-17. D.A. Reed back in at quarterback with Tracy Daniels to his left. Hallmark goes in motion. He's along the right side. 2 receivers to the right. They're going to turn and give it to Daniels on the sweep. Following his blockers, but just not much there. He's going to lose a yard back to the 46-yard line.
Met by McNary.
They carried out the fake with D.A. Reed there. He was hit behind the line, but nobody else was fooled on that. It is a 1-yard loss, 2nd down and 11. Daniels now to the right of D.A. Reed. Russell with the ball at their own 46-yard line. And Tracy going to keep it straight up the middle, and he fights for a yard, maybe 2. It'll bring up 3rd down and long for the Cyclones.
Met by host the Blue Devils.
Russell 2 of 5 on 3rd down conversions in this game.
Brings up 3rd down.
They had Tracy break a long one for a touchdown to take the lead on the last drive. But it's 3rd down and 9 for Russell at their own 48-yard line. You just don't want to send your defense out there after the other team just came out with a 10-play, 70-yard drive. They need a break. 2 receivers to each side. Reed, here comes the blitz. He set up the screen. It's complete to Daniels. Breaks a tackle. He's got the 1st down, and he's slung down at the 40-yard line of West Memphis. Beautifully done. D.A. backpedaling just enough. Threw it over the top of 3 linemen. And at some point, if you're a lineman, you got to realize, how come 3 of us are getting the quarterback so quick? Well, it's because Russell designed it that way. You needed 9, you got 12. And the Cyclones are in business, 1st and 10 in West Memphis territory at the 40-yard line. 5:45 left to play here in the 3rd quarter. Cyclones trail by a point. Man in motion, that's Howell. Daniel's going to get the call. Look like a sweep, but he'll tuck it up the middle, and he'll get inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Pickup of 1 on the play. That's the first reception for Tracy tonight, and the first completion for D.A. Reed on that big 3rd down conversion. Again, Russell working into the win. They're doing a little bit different than West Memphis. They're killing some time here. They know they're going to have the win in the 4th quarter. Odd for West Memphis. No, they wanted a deep kickoff, but odd that they took the win in the 3rd. Usually you want it in the 4th. Tracy Daniels to the right of D.A. Reed. On 2nd down and long. It's a counter play. He'll break back to the right. Breaks an arm tackle there at the 40. Looked like it was going to be a 1-yard loss. He'll get to the 37, pick up 2 on the play. What's been some tough running there for Tracy Daniels on this drive. 3rd down and 7. Russell facing another 3rd down. Tracy, though, 162 yards. Remember, he got 73 of that on one play, but still some tough running here on 16 carries. D.A. will go out of the game. Ben Hallmark in. D.A. Reed stays in, and also Gabe Hogue, number 16, in. We've seen Gabe get the football at times. He got 5 carries on the season for 32 yards. And it's going to be empty backfield here. Hallmark back to pass. He's looking left, throwing left. It's complete to Tracy Daniels. No, it's incomplete. In and out of his hands near the sticks. I think he was going to be pushed back and maybe would have been about a yard shy. But it's 4th and 7 now. And Russell going to go for it here. I don't know if he'd have gotten 1st down, but we would have been looking at 4th and 1. Hogue going to come out of the game. D.A. Reed back in here on 4th down. The Cyclones are 0 of 1 on 4th down conversions tonight. That happened in the 2nd quarter. They need right about the 30-yard line for a 1st down. Reed going to roll the pocket to his left. Looking, he's going to stop, throw back across the middle. It's going to be tipped and incomplete. He was looking for Warnick Howell there at the 20-yard line, but it falls incomplete, and the Cyclones turn the ball over on downs. .403 left to play here in the 3rd quarter. And the Blue Devils take over at their own 37-yard line. Tough situation for D.A. coming back in there on 4th down. Knew it was a passing down, but he had Hallmark and also Howell in the area as he was rolling to his left. They start the play clock, but the officials started it. They were late starting it on up here as West Memphis running out on the field, looking at 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line. They'll bring a man in motion. That's Shepard, but they're going to give it off to Magruder, and he's taken down at the 40. The ball didn't hit the turf, but it moved a little bit on that tackle. Pickup of 3 on the play. They almost welcomed him to throw the football because they've been killing it on the ground. 44 carries for 234 yards against us tonight. Russell's been no slouch. They've rushed for 197 yards on 24 carries. But they have 20 rushing attempts. I thought it'd be the other way around. Mills back to pass. He's going to stay in the pocket this time. He's at the 40, angling to the right side, picking up a block there, cuts back at the 25, still on his feet at the 20, plowing forward, still on his feet near the 15-yard line. That's where he's finally brought down. Kircher Herring with a big interception. And Kircher, not his first interception of the season. And almost playing in his backyard. He's got family from Germantown, Tennessee, and playing here at West Memphis and returning that one all the way down to the Cyclone 11-yard line. And Russellville in business at first down and 10 from the 11. And they're going to go with Luke Jones. He's going to keep it around the right side, plowing forward, pushed out of bounds. I said at the 11, he was down to the 16-yard line. Now Luke Jones carried it down to the 11.
On the tackle. Gain of 5 on the play, 2nd and 5.
And Jones carrying it, as we said, for 5 yards. It's 2nd down and 5 for Russellville. And now it's a bad snap. Russell's going to have to cover it back at the 35-yard line. Terrible time for that to happen.
The 35-yard line.
On the bad snap.
3rd down and long.
And Russellville in a world of hurt here at the 34-yard line. Calculating it here. They have 3rd down and 28. They need the 7-yard line for the first down. Jones, it's going to be a delayed draw, and West Memphis was ready for it. We've run that play a few times. Not tonight, though. West Memphis ready for it. We lost 5 yards on the play. Back to the 37 is where they're going to put him down. And Russellville, who had been set up perfectly by the defense at the 16-yard line, looking at 4th down and 31. Play clock down to 22. Russell's got time. They don't have to rush here. But you wonder if they're angling to take a timeout. Nope, they're gonna run the punt team on. I think you got to here. You can't go for it on 4th and 31. Play field position. Now, West Memphis has a player back at Shepherd, and he's inside his own 5. Usually you don't field it inside. That goes down to 0. Russellville going to get themselves 5 extra yards. Took the delay a game on purpose. No reason to call a timeout there. Sometimes you want that extra 5 yards. Ben Hallmark, he's averaging 41 yards a punt. He's got 7 this year pinned inside the 20. He's going to get 5 extra yards to work with, but I'll tell you what, West Memphis just declined the penalty. They said, if you want 5 extra yards, we're not going to give it to you. So erase the penalty. Russell's still going to punt it here on 4th and 31. High snap, and he kicks it very high. It's going to be short because it's going to be kicked into the wind. It goes out of bounds over on that far side as he kicked it into the wind, and there's just not a lot of things you could do in this stiff of wind as it goes to the 32-yard line. It's a 5-yard punt.
That punt goes out of bounds around the 32-yard line.
That tells you how stiff the wind is because Hallmark's a big old boy. But Russellville, you have to punt on 4th and 31. They kick it for 5 yards. So West Memphis feels like they dodged a bullet. Kircher Herring got the interception, returned it 47 yards down to the 16. Russellville had a bad snap go against him. And the Blue Devils take back over after their defense stops on a 3 and out. They'll have the ball at their own 32-yard line. 1:23 left to play here in the 3rd quarter. Russellville trailing 18-17. Kalen Mills, low snap. He'll catch it, turn, give it to Magruder, who sidesteps a man at the 35, still on his feet at the 40, plowing forward, still on his feet as he's getting helped and pushed forward. He gets all the way down to the 48-yard line of Russellville. He's getting some help. That time he was being pushed by Rodarius Golden, number 77, 5'10", 360. There's a pickup of 16 yards. And he's going to get the call again. Magruder, he gets to midfield. He's going to be stacked up there. Pickup of 2. It'll bring up 2nd down and 8. And I'm surprised that West Memphis isn't going quicker. They're trying to, but this is the last minute 45 that they're going to have the win at their back. They get to midfield there. 2nd down and 8 for the Blue Devils, leading the Cyclones 18-17. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. They do have a tight end, Parker, on that right side. Motioning out of the backfield. That's illegal motion here as Mills is going to keep it, and he's into the secondary. He's to the motion is moving forward. Okay, I see 2 flags on the play. The man in the backfield was moving forward. You can't do that. That's unless this is arena ball, you can't do that. He was moving towards the line of scrimmage, not directly across, and we can make sure that they have both the same play, and that's what it is. The man in the backfield was moving towards the line of scrimmage. Like I said, it's illegal in Arena League, but not illegal here, or not legal here, so it's going to kill that play. And I'm surprised they didn't kill it immediately, but I guess it's not one of those plays that you do it. West Memphis fans, the only fans that are booing are the ones that didn't see what happened. And they only give a 3-yard penalty. That's a 5-yard penalty. They need our 42 for a 1st down. Man goes in motion. That's when they snapped it earlier. Same deal, but empty backfield for Mills. Back to pass. Here comes delayed blitz. He's rolling to his left. He's in trouble. He's going to throw, and it's incomplete. Did have a man in the area, Danny Malone, and it goes incomplete, and now they're probably going to have to punt it here on 4th and 13. The delayed blitz there, and it caused problems for Keelan Mills because he couldn't get past the edge there. And again, he's the punter. He's only got 1 punt tonight. He downed it at the 2 at the time. This would be impressive if he downed this one at the 2 because he's into the wind a long ways away. Going to kick this one. It's a wobbly kick, and Mekhi Foster's going to let it hit at the 26. It's going to take a big West Memphis roll down to inside the 16 to the 15, and that's where Russellville will take over after the 40-yard punt. They had better luck against the wind than we did. We had a 5-yard punt, but, hey, all that matters is the defense for Russellville held. The defense has done a nice job on the last 2 possessions. Got the interception, set us up at the 16, couldn't do anything with it. Stopped them here. Not quite 3 and outs. They got 1 1st down, but Russellville has the ball. Now they do make it the 16-yard line. They put it inside the 16, but when they set it down, now it's at the 16. Russellville has it 1st and 10. 11:45 left to go in the ballgame, trailing by a point. Ben Hallmark in at 3 quarterbacks here. Hallmark going to keep it himself, and there was a hole there opening for just a moment. Just long enough for him to get a yard, and that's it as he gets to the 17. Their defensive line reacts very quickly there, and closing up the hole there was Parker. And Russell gains a yard, looking at 2nd down and 9.
For a gain of 1, Cyclones take the ball 2nd and 9.
Cyclones trailing by a point in the 4th quarter. Again, wind at their back. Hallmark staying in there at quarterback. This time empty backfield as Russell has 5 receivers in the pattern. 3 to the right. He's going to look right, but keeping himself. Big hole here on the quarterback keeper. He splits the secondary. He's at midfield at the 40. Finally taken down inside the 30 of West Memphis to the 29. And the fact that he looked off the defenders, split everybody, split the linebackers, then he split everybody running through there. And he gets to the 29-yard line to pick up a 54 yards on the carry by Ben Hallmark. That flips the field.
From the 29-yard line.
You go from the 17 to their 29. And now Russellville looking at 1st down and 10 from the Blue Devil 29-yard line, nearing the left hash mark. Jones back in at quarterback. Hallmark getting a breather. 3 receivers bunched up to the right. The lone receiver here to the left is Caden Rose. Jones going to follow his lead blocker running left side. He's inside the 30 and popped out of bounds at the 27-yard line. They're going to say his knee hit before he went out of bounds, so the clock continues to roll.
No gain on the play. Russellville takes the ball.
They put it down at the 27, so a pickup of 2 on the play. 2nd down and 8. Nearing the 10-minute mark. Jones staying in there at quarterback. Hallmark still on the sideline. 3 receivers bunched to the right and then 1 way out to the right. That's Caden Rose, the lone man. I think Hallmark is in there now. Nope, that's Bowles. Here's Tracy Daniels on the carry. He's at the 25, gets to the 22. He's about 2.5 yards shy of a first down. Third down and 3 coming for the Cyclones.
Russellville takes the ball, 3rd and 3.
Have the ball at the 22-yard line, 3rd and 3, 9.5 to go. Hallmark now back in there. We'll see if he's running quarterback or if he's at S-back or wide receiver or selling popcorn. He does everything. He's going to be a quarterback. Tracy Daniels to his left. 4 receivers to the right. Now 3 of them move and shift over to the left side. Let's see if they run that way. They are. He's going to follow Tracy Daniels. Stiff arms a man back at the 25. He's going to be dropped for a 1-yard loss. And 4th down coming for the Cyclones. West Memphis has been ready for when we run behind the 3 bunched wide receivers. 4th down and 3 as they put him just inside the 23-yard line. So officially a 1-yard loss, which does make it 4th and 4. Russellville needs just inside the 20-yard line for a first down. And they're going to try a field goal here. This will be a 39-yard field goal. No, it's a fake field goal. Caden Rose fumbles it, picks it up. He gets to the 20, being pushed forward. He's got the first down. Still on his feet at the 15. He's still on his feet at the 10, being helped out by a host of Cyclones, pushed down inside the 5. How about that? Fake field goal. Caden Rose fumbled it, but scooped it up, and Rose, with the help of his teammates, gets the 4th down conversion. Russellville at the 5-yard line, an 18-yard return. I say return, an 18-yard pickup there. Russellville looked like they were going to try to kick a field goal to take the lead. They had been working on some fake field goals actually for the last couple weeks. And now Tracy Daniels in at quarterback with Magnus Golden. He's running behind Big Magnus off to the right side, leaning forward. He's into the end zone for the touchdown. Tracy Daniels from 5 yards out has given the Cyclones back the lead.
Touchdown attempt is good, bringing your score to Russellville
23-18. The second touchdown of the night for Tracy, his 24th of his career, 16th on the season. And now Russellville leading here by 5. Should go for 2 because 6 doesn't matter as much as 7. Daniels, almost exact same play. Are we going to get the same result? No signal yet. West Memphis saying they stopped him, and I believe they did. We'll take a break. This is Russellville Cyclone football.
For over 70 years, Old South Restaurant at 1330 East Main Street in Russellville has been faithfully serving the River Valley. Whether it's starting your day with a good old-fashioned breakfast or helping you make it through the workday with a hearty home-styled lunch, and of course serving your family with a dinner that would even make your mama proud. Old South Restaurant on Main Street in Russellville. We're here for you.
We're here for you, so come on by Old South.
Russellville leading here 23-18.
KCJC Dartnell, Russellville.
You got to play the best country of all.
River Country. Come on. KCJC.
That drive, that scoring drive, aided by the fake field goal. Caden Rose, he's the holder, got up to take off running, fumbled it, but able to scoop it up, picking up 18 yards, converting the 4th down. Russellville on that drive, 84 yards in 7 plays. Tracy Daniels, technically, he'd been running quarterback too. I guess Russellville's used 4 different quarterbacks tonight. Daniels scoring from 5 yards out. The 2-point conversion failed. And so Russellville leading 23-18. Kicking with the wind at their back. They'll get up high. It's going to hit at the 10. It's a live ball. It's picked up at the 7-yard line. Across the 15. Now you get him running sideways. He's got an opening here at the 20. There's a big block there. That's going to be a block in the back. He's at the 40. He may go, but this one's coming back. There's a big block in the back here. And this is coming back. Magruder's going to take it all the way for a 92-yard touchdown run, but West Memphis coaches saw it, and they're upset with the player that did it. There's a couple coaches already yelling at their player for the block in the back. And Yeah, but the one player is yelling at another player even saying we didn't need that, and they're right, they didn't. If you do that, if you do it out there in front of everybody, they're going to see it. So we're going to see where the flags, because there's multiple flags. There's actually one down at the 17-yard line. He said multiple flags, but that's the only one I see. Okay, there's one here at the 20. So I tell you what, the fans are upset, but I know it happened because, A, I saw it, and B, player's upset at the other player, coach is upset at the player, and I think they're going to mark it off from the 20-yard line. So that ends up just being a 13-yard return, and the penalty will be half the distance to the goal here, putting it at the 10. And that's where the Blue Devils will start. If you're going to do that, you can't do it on the edge in front of God and everybody because it's going to draw flags. Like I said, the coaches were, even with the scoring happen, two of them were down here getting on their kid for doing that. But who knows? If he doesn't block in the back, they might not get the big touchdown return. So 23-18 our score. We dodged a bullet, I could say that, but I don't know if they get the big return without that. So Russell leading by 5, and they'll start at their own 10-yard line. And Mills going to keep it himself, breaks the tackle at the 20, and he's off to the races. He may go. He's at midfield. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. Yeah, he's going to score, and West Memphis is going to take back the lead. Well, just one play later, they end up scoring that touchdown on a 90-yard touchdown return or run by the quarterback, Keelan Mills.
Your score is
Keelan Mills gives them a 1-point lead, 24-23. 7:26 left to go in the ball game. Well, if they're going to score, have them score quick. They're going to have to go for 2. Mills has got to be out of breath after running that one from 90 yards. They'll start the play clock, and they're still getting the play. They'll put it in the middle. You get your choice when you do two-point conversion. You can put on the right hash, middle, left hash. They called for it in the middle. Magruder back there, also number 40, Marquez Parker. Usually they go under center here, but that may mean that Mills isn't getting it. Keelan brings a man in motion. That's Shepard. He's going to give it off to Magruder straight up the middle, and he's got the two-point conversion. So West Memphis takes the lead back and make the two-point play, so they're up by 3, 26-23. We'll take a break. This is Russell Cyclone football.
Arkansas Tire and Auto Service, more than just tires.
7 minutes.
Consistent, responsive, honest and fair. What makes us different? We're the ones who care. Trust our experience to know what you need. Professional and fast, see what we mean. Arkansas Tire and Auto Service, we're more than just tires.
Arkansas Tire and Auto Service, 2304 East Main, Russellville.
Well, they go 80 yards in one play. It ends up being a 90-yard touchdown run for Keelan Mills. They convert the two-point conversion, and West Memphis, on a seesaw game that's gone back and forth here in the second half at least, lead at 26-23. Now, it was 12-10 at the end of the first half. Russellville and West Memphis have traded blows here in the second half, gone back and forth. Exactly what you'd want from a first-round playoff game, right? I don't know what the delay is. We have one official going back out to talk to the White Hat, so that's why we're having a delay. We'll give you some scores here in the third quarter. Mountain Home leading Marion 16-6. El Dorado trailing Little Rock Christian 21-10. That's a fourth quarter score. And now, number 45, Scotty Dobbins, going to set it down and kick into the wind. Russellville, their deepest guys, Mackay Foster and Tracy Daniels, right around the 20-yard line. Now we got a penalty coming. That's what was going on. 15-yard penalty. So it must be some sort of unsportsmanlike conduct. And the White Hat is talking over to Coach Wheeler about it. And it's tough for us into the wind, so you think you're going to get really good field position, and then you get to a 15-yard penalty. So now they're going to kick off from our 45-yard line. And I don't think Coach Wheeler agrees or is happy or something. He's not happy. I don't think he agrees with the call. But the White Hat turns and walks away from him. Now he's directing this team. He's saying get up there, be ready for the surprise onside. If you're going to do that, it's perfect time here because the worst that can happen is Russell covers at the 35-yard line. Stick in their other kicker, and he kicks this one deep, and it's going to be fielded by Mekhi Foster. And he was going to return it, but it did cross the goal line. You're not allowed to return it as soon as it crosses the plane in high school football. So I think I'll take that, which what could have been. We'll get the ball at the 20. But and them kicking into the stiff wind, I sure would have liked it. They'd have had to kick off from their 40. Neither team, you could either say neither team stopping the run or both teams having success with the run. Russell, 260 yards on 34 carries. The Blue Devils, 342 yards on 48 carries. The Cyclones running on a man late. That's Howell. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Luke Jones is going to be the quarterback. He'll turn, give it off to Tracy Daniels. Following his blockers, he'll get positive yards. Looked like he was stopped after a 2-yard gain, but he snuck through there and gets to the 27. The second down is short coming for Russellville. They trail by 3 here, 7:07 left to go in this ball game. Russellville with all 3 timeouts. Again, wind at their back. You don't think this is going to be the last drive, but you never know. Jones still in there at quarterback. Got to call that. We've had 4 different quarterbacks if you count Tracy Daniels. Daniels getting the call here, and he's going to be stopped for a loss. They may give him the line of scrimmage there. It'll be 3rd down and 4 coming. They do give him the 26-yard line, the line of scrimmage. And Jones going to come out of the game. You still got Daniels and Hallmark in there. Either one could take the snap. Gabe Hogan there is going to be one of the 3 receivers bunched up. We may be running that right side. It is going to be Hallmark. He is going to take it right side, following his blockers. Diving forward. Did he make the first down? He did. The official on the far side gives him just past the 30-yard line. That's what he needed. So Big Ben with the 4-yard return, 4-yard run. He's got 8 carries for 70 yards tonight. Gets the first down. He's had a big night. He's got a touchdown rushing, a touchdown receiving. And he's going to stay in there quarterback on 1st and 10. Again, Russell moving the bunch receivers to the left side. And they're going to give it off to Tracy Daniels running left side, and he'll get a yard, and that'll be it, past the 30. I tell you, Russell's had a tough job running the football at times, but they're breaking off some big runs. That's helped pad those stats a little bit. And when you look at it, running the football, of course, Tracy Daniels had one for 73 yards. Ben Hallmark had one for 53 yards. So there's been some big plays there. But other plays, they just hadn't been easy. Here on 2nd down and 9, empty backfield for Hallmark. It looks like he's going to throw it. He's going to tuck it and run. He's going to be tackled for a loss. He had a big run on that. We did that earlier. But West Memphis did not fall for it again. They're going to drop him for a 1-yard loss back at the 30, and now we're looking at 3rd down and 10. Russell trailing 26-23 near the they say 3rd and 11, but they put it at the 30-yard line. 5 minutes left to go in the ball game. Russell needs not quite the 41-yard line for a first down. You start doing math in your head, like if we don't make this, can we punt it? What do we do here? Let's just pick up 10 yards here. How about that? Jones back to pass, looking left. He's got Howell open. It's complete. He's enough for the first down. Warnick Howell turns, makes sure he has the first down, gets 1 more extra yard. Warnick Howell gets the reception from Luke Jones. And I tell you, when he broke out to the outside, he was wide open. They just left him. 12-yard pickup on the pass from Jones to Howell. That's the first reception tonight for Warnick. Goes for 12 yards, keeps the drive alive. 4 minutes, 18 seconds left to go in the ball game. Russell trailing by 3. First round of the 6A state playoffs. Man in motion is Hallmark as Jones still at quarterback. Daniel's going to get the call running around the left side. He's knocked out of bounds at the 48-yard line. West Memphis is upset. They thought Russell jumped off sides, but Hallmark was the only man in motion. That's what they were wanting called. But Daniels with the sweep gets to the 48-yard line. It stops the clock at 4:07 left. You think you have enough time when there's 7.5 minutes to go, and that clock has a funny way of rolling off time pretty quickly. Russellville, could this be the last drive? I think they're playing like it is. They got 3 timeouts left. Just got to make sure you stick it in the end zone. You'd love to eat up the whole time, but you just got to score. Daniel's going to keep it on the or get it on the sweep. He breaks a tackle at 49. He's taken down at the 49 of West Memphis. That's about a yard shy of a first down. Looked like he broke a little arm tackle, but pickup of 3 on the play, 3rd and 1. And it's officially 3rd and 1, but really about a half a yard. Russell trailing by 3. 3:43 left to go in the ball game. Wide receiver out here to the left is Caden Rose, as we're on the home side near us. 2 receivers to the right. Hallmark back in at quarterback. He's going to keep it himself, and he's going to be wrestled down, but somehow he kept his knee from hitting the turf long enough to dive forward to the 48, and that's what he needed. Need about the 48.5. Hallmark when you're oh, come on, no gain. That's a first down. The PA guy saying no gain, and the official looking at it, that's a first down. Now they're going to say it. He's got that. I know some people listening to radio can't see it. He's got about half a length of football easy. That's right where we're sitting. They say no gain. He needed about not quite the 48, and he's got it. So we're going to wait for a measurement. I'm going to call it half the length of the football.
For an additional measurement.
Not quite half the length of the football. It's first down, though. Not quite half the length of football. West Memphis thought it was closer than that, but
additional measurement shows the first down attempt is good.
that was, let's say, a game of inches. That's what it was right there. So Russellville, new set of downs, 3:09 left to go. The clock now rolling here. Russellville trailing by a field goal here. 3 minutes left to go in the game. Jones back in at quarterback. He hands it off to Tracy Daniels. Nowhere to go. He is swallowed up back on our side of the 50. West Memphis celebrating on that one. They deserve. That's a 4-yard loss by Cyclones. Maybe a 3-yard loss. They put him down at the 49. And if you told me West Memphis was in our huddle, I'd believe you on that one. They knew that one was coming. 2:38 left to go. Clock rolling. Russellville with 3 timeouts left, trailing 26-23. 2 receivers to each side. Jones still in there at quarterback. Tracy Daniels to the left behind Jones. Barking the signals, now changing the play. 10 seconds on the play clock. 2:23 left to go in the game. Changing the play. Play clock down to 5 seconds, 4 seconds. Here's the snap. Play action. Screen pass complete to Caden Rose. Working towards the middle. Back near the 40-yard line. Diving forward. He's about a yard shy of the first down, but a big pickup there on 3rd down and long, or 2nd down and long.
Russellville makes the gain of 12, bringing him to 1st and 1 at the 39.
3rd down and 2 as he got just past the 40-yard line. Needing about a yard and a half here on 3rd down. Caden Rose, nice little play there. He caught that and ran through traffic, just weaving his way to get as many yards as he could. Jones still in there at quarterback. Tracy Daniels, the running back. They're shifting the 3 receivers to the right. And now Jones going to keep it, run left. And the big opening there is he's got the first down, takes a lick at the 36-yard line. That's the first time we ran opposite where the receivers are. West Memphis wasn't ready for it. He gets to the 36, a pickup of 4 on the play. Luke Jones now 4 carries for 11 yards. 1:22 left. Clock rolling. Russell still with 3 timeouts. We got to go quick here. Clock is still rolling. 1:15 left. Jones in at quarterback. 3 receivers bunched to the right, 1 to the left. And give it off to Tracy Daniels on the sweep, weaving his way. He's inside the 35, inside the 30. And Russellville, are they going to call timeout here? No, the clock's still rolling here. It's under a minute to go. Russellville quickly line of scrimmage, clock rolling, 53 seconds left. Tracy Daniels motions out of the backfield, and now a timeout called by the Russellville coaching staff, and they're upset over on that far side. I don't know if they're upset with each other or the players or the officials or what. There's 50 seconds left. Russell ran off a lot of time there. They just wasn't on the same page, or maybe they didn't get the look they wanted to. All right, so we're going to keep it right here. Russellville trailing 26-23. They're looking at 2nd down and 4. Ball resting just outside the 30-yard line. Russellville using a timeout there. They still have 2 more remaining. And I tell you, on the scoreboard here at Blue Devil Stadium, they took the timeout off of West Memphis' side, and they still show Russellville with 3 timeouts, but that was a timeout by the Cyclones. So Russellville with 2 timeouts remaining, looking at 2nd down and 4. I mean, you know we're not playing for a field goal, but with the wind at your back, Eli can kick it from this far. He kicked a 34-yarder earlier, going this direction with the wind at his back. But that would send us to overtime. We want to win this game. Like a rematch with Greenwood, hopefully. You want to keep alive in the playoffs. All right, 2nd down and 4. Luke Jones with lone receiver to the right is Caden Rose. Play action pass. He's going to take a shot for Caden. And it's going to be out of bounds. Flag coming. This is pass interference. Now the ball was uncatchable, but there is no uncatchable rule in high school football. So I know that's what some people down here are going to say. Doesn't matter. There's no uncatchable rule in high school football. That definitely was pass interference. They had a hold of Caden Rose. You can see the jersey there being pulled on that far side. And by the penalty, that's going to give us a 1st down. I tell you, I like our chances when we have Caden man-on-man coverage. And they've done that almost the whole night. And that's going to be half the distance. Not really half the distance. It's a 15-yard penalty anyway. But it is going to get us halfway there. The clock is stopped with 44 seconds left. Russellville with 1st and 10 at the Blue Devil 15-yard line. Still with 2 timeouts left. Trailing 26-23. Jones in there at quarterback. Tracy Daniels, the running back. He's going to get the call. Running left side. He's inside the 10. He's inside the 5. He's into the end zone. Tracy Daniels has given the Cyclones the lead from 15 yards out.
Russellville touchdown attempt is good, bringing the score to Russellville 29, West Memphis 26.
Russellville leads at 29-26, the 3rd touchdown tonight for Tracy Daniels. The Cyclones lead it by 3. Stratton on to try the extra point. The snap is down. Hold is good. It's definitely long enough, and the kick is good. 37 seconds left to go in the ball game. Russellville leads at 30-26. We'll take a quick break. This is Russellville Cyclone football.
This is Todd, Market President with Centennial Bank. We're more than just a financial institution. We pride ourselves on being community-focused and connected.
Hi, I'm Charlie, Business Development Officer with Centennial Bank. As a lifelong resident of the River Valley, I am proud to be part of a team that brings passion, pride, and dedication to our communities.
Supporting our community starts with people like myself and Charlie, who know and love the River Valley area, which is why we're always banking with you in mind. Centennial Bank is proud to support the place we call home. NMLS number 564245, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Russellville goes 65 yards in 14 plays in 6 minutes and 49 seconds. Tracy Daniels, his 3rd score of the night, scoring from 15 yards out. Russellville leads at 30-26 after Stratton gave us the extra point with 37 seconds left. I'm going to kick off to the Blue Devils. They scored on their last one, but had it called back. Russellville with the surprise onside. It's going to be covered by West Memphis at the 43-yard line. And you're thinking, if you're Coach Wheeler, they're not going to kick the field goal, so I'm not worried about giving up that much yardage as I'm worried about my kickoff coverage team. So I like the call there. Russellville sets up the Blue Devils at the 43-yard line, but remember, they just broke one for a touchdown that thankfully was called back due to penalty. However, they scored on the very next play. West Memphis needs a touchdown as Russellville leads at 30-26. There's 35 seconds left to go in the ball game. The winner goes to Greenwood next week for the 2nd round of the playoffs. And they've done most of their damage on the ground tonight. In fact, their longest pass is only 27 yards tonight. But they have some receivers that can do it. Number 1, Jarrell Shepard. Number 5, Dylan Greer. Those are the deep threats. And they're on opposite sides right now as 3 receivers bunched up to the right. Mills back to pass. He's looking. He throws it. It's complete into Cyclone territory, taken down inside the 45 to the 44. That's enough for the first down. They stop the clock just briefly to set the chain. He's going to roll to his right, looking eyes downfield. He's going to be hit as he throws. It's incomplete. And that stops the clock with 23 seconds left. And I'll keep you aware of the clock because I know our clock isn't always synced up. That's fine. Most important thing is you guys know what's going on, and what's going on right now. It's 2nd down and 10 for West Memphis, an our 44-yard line. Russell leads it by 4 with 23 seconds left to go in the game. I'll tell you, Mills there, Keelan Mills, ate up some valuable time rolling to his right, which was only going to be about a 5 or 6 yard pass play. 3 receivers to his left, 1 to his right, back to pass. And he's going to dump it out to Magruder out of the backfield. He's at the 45, the 40, gets the sideline. He's down the sideline, the 25, and knocked out of bounds inside the 25 to the 20. On a little screen pass, Magruder gets all the way down to the 20, a pickup of 24 yards. Clock stopped with 15 seconds left. They're right at the red zone there, and now Russell wants to take a timeout. Cyclones use their second timeout to talk it over on defense. We're going to keep it right here. They had it 2nd and 10. They dumped it to Magruder. Not even really a 1-yard pass, but he had a big opening along that right side and just took off for 24 yards. Magruder, it's his first catch tonight, but he's done some damage on the ground. They have 2 guys that have rushed for 100 yards tonight. Magruder's one of them. He's got 122 yards on 22 carries. Mills 166 yards on 17 carries. Now, the thing you got to watch for if you're Russellville, yeah, there's only 15 seconds left, but they got 2 timeouts left, so they could still run the football and call timeout. But you figure they're going to put it on the arm of Keelan Mills. Mills has 5 interceptions. He threw 1 tonight. It was picked off by Kircher Herring. But he's got 22 touchdown passes on the season, single season school record. Coming in the game and thrown for over 2,200 yards. Only thing that matters is the last 15 seconds. Russellville leading by 4. The Blue Devils at our 20-yard line, 1st and 10. Keelan Mills with 3 receivers to his left, and once again Russellville calling timeout. Cyclones have now used all their timeouts. However, the scoreboard here shows them with 1. We think they're out. So I'm sure they know down there because they're keeping the timeouts on their sheet. But we think they're out, but the clock here shows 1. And Russell wants to talk it over again. Usually 15 seconds, you think 2 plays. However, the Blue Devils still with some timeouts. So who knows? And all it takes here, we just got to have, 1 fumbled snap, 1 tipped ball, something to happen here. They have it 1st and 10, but 15 seconds left at our 20-yard line. Russellville leading at 30-26. It's been a back-and-forth battle here in the second half. Russellville trailed by 2 at halftime and has literally been back and forth, seesaw. Russellville taking the lead finally here for the 3rd time on that last drive on a 15-yard touchdown run by Tracy Daniels. Hopefully it holds up. Okay, now we're back to ready for action. At the 20-yard line is where West Memphis is. Our 20, 1st and 10. Russellville leading 30-26. Keelan Mills back to pass and snapped as Russellville calls their last timeout. They must have had 3 timeouts. That means when we were down on offense that West Memphis called a timeout. And the officials are coming over to talk to West Memphis coaches. And I think they were first saying, did they have 1 more timeout? And they must have. So, I mean, it's officially kept down there. So, Russellville calling back-to-back-to-back timeouts. Never seen this before. Never seen that before. 3 consecutive timeouts. Well, we can't do it again. They're not going to let us call a 4th. Russellville looking at maybe stopping this play. And Coach Wheeler, he's the one that called all 3 there. Winner gets Greenwood next week. Greenwood off this week. They're trying to get healthy. Other scores, Mountain Home leading Marion in the 4th quarter, 23-6. That may be a surprise, but I tell you the West is tough this year. And at one point, all four West teams were leading. We'll see if this one holds up. All right, now we're back to action, hopefully. At the 20-yard line, West Memphis has it, our 21st and 10. Russell leading, 30-26, 15 seconds left. Mills back to pass, looking left, hit as he throws, ball's up in the air. It's hanging there, and it falls incomplete at the 9-yard line. It hung up in the air, and the wind pushed it back with 9 seconds left, and Keelan Mills is still on the turf. There's a big hit delivered there by Darian Thomas, I believe, and Mills is down. He is moving a little bit, but he's face down. I think that was Darian Thomas that laid the lick on him. They came on the blitz. He stood in there on the pocket, and he threw it. And the wind, I tell you, that's what looked like on Hall. It up, and it pushed backward. I think it got pushed back a little over 5 yards because it came backwards and fell right around the 9-yard line. But there's 9 seconds left. Clock is stopped here for an injury timeout. Mills is up. He can only stay in the game here if they use a timeout. They're going to have to burn a timeout here because otherwise he's got to come out of the game. There's 9 seconds left. Mills is up, walking around. And now they're talking to the officials. Do we have to use a timeout? I think because they want to keep him in the game, obviously. Their backup quarterback's number 17, Drew Jenkins, and I think he's only got 1 attempted pass on the season. And no, they must have to take him out. So Drew Jenkins, who's got 1 attempted pass on the season, number 17, is into this game. Number 17, a sophomore, Drew Jenkins, with 9 seconds left at 2nd and 10. And now, West Memphis just jumped. False start. That pushes them back 5 more yards.
False start against West Memphis.
So it'll be 2nd down at 15. I wonder if they did that on purpose. But because of that, they're allowed to bring Mills back in the game. And the official said, no, you can't. It's got to be 1 play. So Keelan Mills coming out. I honestly thought they were just going to spike the ball to get Mills back in there. And Mills has to go back. They said, nope, you got to run 1 play without him. So Drew Jenkins, the quarterback, back in for West Memphis. 2nd and 15. Ball's at the 25-yard line. The Cyclones leading it 30-26 with 9 seconds left. West Memphis with their backup quarterback in there for 1 play. And now the official is talking over here to their coach, and their coach going to call a timeout here. Robert Hooks, the head coach, was waiting for the play clock to go down to 1 second. I don't know why, because the game clock is still stuck at 9. He did call the timeout. Well, kind of like the end of the first half, this has been the longest last minute of this half. 9 seconds left to go in the game. Russell leading it 30-26. West Memphis calling a timeout there. Recap some of the stuff in case you just joined us last couple minutes. They got down here to the 20-yard line after a 24-yard pass to Magruder out of the backfield. Then Russellville calls back-to-back-to-back timeouts. Darian Thomas plants Keelan Mills as he let go of the football on the pass. It falls harmlessly incomplete at the 9-yard line, but Mills has to come out for 1 play. And so insert the quarterback, their backup quarterback, Drew Jenkins, with just 1 attempt on the season. 5'11", 200-pound sophomore. He's in there. They're calling timeout here. They've got 1 more left. It's 2nd down and 15. Ball at the Cyclone 25-yard line. Jenkins with Magruder behind him. They're going to move 2 guys in motion on the left side. They'll have to get set. Play clock at 14. Jenkins looking right, looking left. He's going to throw to Shepard on the screen pass. He's going to be tackled for a loss back at the 28-yard line, and West Memphis is going to call timeout with 3 seconds left. They tried the tunnel screen to Shepard, and it goes for a 3-yard loss. Shepard, one of their many playmakers, who had 317 yards against Benton receiving, 4 touchdowns, has really been a non-factor tonight, as that's his first reception for -3 yards. If Benton fans hear that, they're going to think that we're making that up because the guy couldn't be stopped, and they've only targeted him 3 times tonight, and that's his first catch, goes for -3 yards. Well, this is the ballgame, folks. West Memphis using their last time out there, as they had to stop the clock. There's 3 seconds left. We had 5 timeouts called here in the last minute. Quarterback injured, had to come out for a play. All right, here's the situation. They have it 3rd down and 18. That doesn't matter. What matters is they're at the 28-yard line. Sorry, check that 27-yard line. 3 seconds left. Russellville leads it 30-26. West Memphis at our 27. Mills back to pass. He's going to step up in the pocket. He's going to throw it for the corner of the end zone, and it's knocked away by Eli Stratton. Eli Stratton knocks it down. The Cyclones win it 30-26, and Elvis has left the building. The Cyclones are going to move on next week to play Greenwood, phasing. Boy, they're just so excited on that far side. Just holding on to beat West Memphis tonight by a score of 30-26. Eli Stratton playing center field back there, and he knocked down the pass. Had no chance going anywhere, knocked it down out of bounds. The Cyclones hang on. The heavyweight fight here in the second half, just going blow for blow, back and forth, and the Cyclones able to hang on 30-26. We're going to take a break, come back to wrap it up here from West Memphis as the Cyclones win it 30-26. This is Russellville Cyclone football.
Alathus Realty is proud to support all of our local student athletes. At Alathus Realty, we believe the community comes first, and there's nothing quite like community than cheering on your favorite team from the stands. Alathus Realty is committed to provide our area with gold standard service in every aspect of your real estate transaction. So whether you're loading up to go to the game or settling in for an evening at home, you can rest assured Alathus Realty is taking care of you. Call us today, 479-968-5668. Alathus Realty, we put the real in real estate. Find us on Facebook today.
The heater broke down, I had to act fast. Wiggled some wires, I broke the thermostat. My wife got cold and nose started to freeze. She said, hey man, got a call, AshleyAir.com. Your heater breaks down, they're the one you want. AshleyAir.com. Fast and they're good and they got it going on. Technician showed up the very same day. Got it fixed right and fast, he was on his way. Next time your heater breaks, you know who to call. There's only one choice, AshleyAir.com.
Taking care of families. That's what the folks at C&D Drugstore have been doing in historic downtown Russellville for more than 6 decades when it comes to all your pharmaceutical needs. When it comes to compounding special medicines, R.D. Walker and his staff are there to serve you. And most importantly, if you need delivery, if you need curbside pickup, you need C&D Drugstore on the corner of B and Commerce in downtown Russellville, a 60-year tradition.
Heinzman & Son Incorporated reminds you, when you need new tires or auto repairs, Heinzman & Son has a well-trained staff to treat you like family, and their goal is always on customer service. It's the foundation of their business, which is why so many people in the River Valley call Heinzman & Son their tire shop. Find Heinzman & Son on Facebook, check out their reviews, and call 880-1222 to make an appointment today. Heinzman & Son, serving the River Valley for over 30 years and counting.
Trying to catch my breath after that last minute. We'll try to recap it as best we can. Russellville trailing 12-10 at halftime. They scored 1 touchdown in the third. So does West Memphis. It just goes back and forth. Tracy Daniels, a 73-yard touchdown run. And they answer with Silent Young, a 5-yard touchdown run. They took back the lead. They led it 18-17. Then the fourth quarter, that's what we need to focus on. Russellville goes 84 yards in 7 plays. Tracy Daniels, a 5-yard touchdown run. The 2-point conversion failed. The Cyclones led it 23-18 with 7:58 left to go in the game. And it just took the Blue Devils 1 play to answer. Keelan Mills, a 90-yard touchdown run. The 2-point conversion was good by Jeremiah Magruder. The Blue Devils led 26-23 with 7:26 left. Then the Cyclones take over. They go 65 yards in 14 plays in 6 minutes and 49 seconds. It was all capped off by a 15-yard touchdown run by Tracy Daniels. Eli Stratton had the extra point with 37 seconds left, and Russellville led it 30-26. Now, Blue Devils weren't finished. Russellville did a surprise onside because they didn't want to kick it deep because the West Memphis return team has been fantastic tonight. So West Memphis took over at the 43. You had a 13-yard pass, a 24-yard pass, and just like that, West Memphis is at our 20-yard line. Then Keelan Mills throws an incomplete pass. He was knocked down, and they had an injury timeout, so he had to come out for one play. Their backup quarterback came in, Drew Jenkins, threw a complete pass, but only for 2 seconds. This was all after 5 timeouts. Russell's defense had called back-to-back-to-back timeouts. West Memphis ends up calling their second timeout there in the final minute to set up 4th and 17 from the Cyclone 27-yard line. And Keelan Mills went back to pass. He was looking for Dylan Greer in the corner of the end zone, but it was Eli Stratton knocking the ball down, out of bounds, and the game was over. Eli Stratton ending it there. He had a pretty good night, too, because don't forget the extra points and also the 34-yard field goal, a season high for Eli Stratton. Cyclones win it here by a score of 30-26. They live to play another week. They're going to travel to Greenwood. They lost earlier this year to Greenwood 42-21, but don't forget, that game was 21-21 after 3 quarters of play. Of course, that was at Cyclone Stadium. Russell going to go to Greenwood next week. None of that matters right now. We're just focused on celebrating this victory. Russell ends up with 417 yards of offense. The Blue Devils with 445. We'll break down Russell's for you. Luke Jones, 5 of 7 passing for 103 yards and a touchdown. D.A. Reed, 1 of 4 for 12. Receiving, Ben Hallmark and Caden Rose each with 2 catches, each with 2 big catches, too. At the time, Ben Hallmark had 72 yards, of course, had a big touchdown reception. Caden Rose had a big third down conversion of 11 yards, so he gets 2 catches for 19 yards. Tracy Daniels, a 200-yard rushing game again this year. It's his 6th one over 100, but tonight he goes for 202 on 26 carries and 3 touchdowns tonight for Tracy Daniels. Cyclones win it by a score of 30-26. Over on our Facebook page, Cyclone Booth, later on, we're going to post all the stats from tonight. So if you didn't hear what you wanted to hear, you want to hear it again or see it again, just check over on our Facebook page, and we'll be posting that here shortly. Well, we hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast of Russell Cyclone football, reminding you that we will be broadcasting more football, not just basketball. We'll have basketball next week as Russellville goes to open their season on Monday, but we still got a football game to play. That'll be Friday night as the Cyclones move to the quarterfinals. They'll travel to Greenwood, to play the number 1 seed out of the 6A West. As we said, Cyclones played the Bulldogs earlier this season, lost 42-21. It'll be the 19th meeting between the two teams, and it's the second time that the Russell will have played Greenwood twice in a season. The last time was in 2016 when Russell lost to Greenwood in the regular season but beat the Bulldogs in the 2016 state championship game. Kickoff for the quarterfinal matchup a week from tonight. It'll be at 7 o'clock. We'll be on the air with the Coaches Show a little after 6:30. Appreciate you joining us tonight. I want to send a special thank you to our chief engineer, Stephen Berry, our media team, just Maggie Duval and myself tonight. This is your home for all Cyclone sports. Once again, your final score from Hamilton Schultz Field in West Memphis, it was Russellville 30 and the Blue Devils 26. Over on the radio side, you'll hear the scoreboard show coming up in about 22 minutes. It starts at 10 o'clock, goes all the way to midnight with Rex Nelson hosting that. For our producer and engineer, Stephen Berry, our media team, Maggie Duval, I'm Mickey Duval, reminding you, if you're out here back tonight, as always, do wear white. So long, everybody.
Proudly presents Russellville Cyclone football. Brought to you in part by ABC Children's Academy, changing the world.